All right, we're here. How's it going, everyone? I'm here with effing Lord Diaz. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Lord Diaz. How are you?
Hi.
Big ups. Welcome to Planet Mecha Ninja, where DSP can't sue you. We're in an international space, so it's cool. But welcome to the show. I'm happy to have you on, man. I've seen quite a bit of your work, but I'll admit that I haven't watched a lot of your streams, but I like following your updates on the PWR dude a lot. And so I've known about you for a while, and so I'm happy to have you.
I am happy to be here. Thank you so much for the opportunity. This is awesome. I'm marking out right now, and that's some real shit. For real, for real.
All right, we're going to have to get to the bottom of your rhetoric, because I think you're like me and you make up your own language to some degree, so I'm excited to see that.
Oh yeah, I pick and choose my favorites. I got some bits and pieces from everywhere. I do not have an original thought in my head. I just parrot back things that I've picked up along the way.
That's awesome, man.
It's a hodgepodge.
That's what's up. My older brother taught me that. He has his own language. I'll give you guys an example of one of the things he does. When it's to the left or to the right and you're driving, it's rip it to the left and screech it to the right. So if he's in the car with you, he'll be like, rip it here. And you're like, what the hell does that mean? It means go left. And then screech it means go right. So yeah, make up your own language, man. It's hype.
I love it. Yeah. We got some hieroglyphics out for this shit. We got some emojis.
I could try. I would like to make my own language, but it would all just be stupid shit.
It's
Speaking
like the,
of stupid shit, what's up?
It's like the Al-Bhed in Final Fantasy X.
I don't know anything about Final Fantasy. I don't know anything about. We're off to a bad start. I don't know anything. I only know that Tifa's hot, and that's because she reminds me of wife. So that's cool.
She is the waifu. There is some waifu.
It's like I'm married to that lady. That's cool.
Congratulations. Let's go.
Thank you. She's pretty hype. All right, so I don't know how much you know of my dumbass show, but we do this thing at the beginning of each stream where I do a detractor questionnaire, and you will participate.
I love it. I'm in the hot
Diaz.
seat. I'm sweating. My armpits are getting sweaty.
Don't worry about it. It's not that much pressure, except it's extreme pressure. What is your origin story with the detracting?
Oh my goodness. So I was listening to the Meerkat episode that you guys did together. I'm a huge fan. It was a great episode.
Oh, thank you.
And listening to Meerkat explaining his origin story gave me pause and gave me a second to be like, oh man, I got to be ready for this question. And so I did put a lot of thought into it. That's how much I really genuinely care to want to be on this platform and speak openly about my origin story, because I love telling this story. So my first lolcow was Chris Chan.
Oh, nice.
Yes. I started watching a bunch of Chris Chan videos, and then, it hit its peak, it's hit its zenith when he, or they, I apologize, fucked their mother.
I think it's okay to almost call it an it, because he's also God. I mean, he's beyond concept, so it.
Yeah, I think that's fair. You know what? I'm a rock with that.
Yeah.
I do. I'm going to adopt that. That's pretty good. I like that. So, of course, the algorithm is going to algorithm, and it started feeding me other lolcows. And one of them was Noah Antweiler, I think, the Spoony Bard guy. He kind of had some sort of mental breakdown on the internet, and he was kind of like the same type of YouTuber as like Guy with the Glasses or Angry Video Game Nerd. So this all kind of runs back towards like the elder millennial internet videos that people would consume back in the day.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's my shit.
So then that kind of got me into the Down the Rabbit Hole series, and one of the episodes was Dark Side Phil.
Oh yeah, I love that dude.
Yeah, so I watched that one, and I was like, ain't no way that this dude is really like this. And so the algorithm is going to algorithm, and I started watching Chill Murray videos, Duty Streams videos, and I was getting Snort Hogan videos and seeing all of these different interpretations of DSP's content, which was fascinating to me at the time. I think this was around 2020 to 2022, and I was looking at it from afar. I was a lurker. I didn't really say anything, but I was making little Photoshop photographs of like DSP incidents. And I'm pretty good with Photoshop, and I'm not trying to like pat myself on the back.
No, that's good. I might need to use your skills later, but continue.
Yes, thank you. So I, kind of like use DSP as some weird muse for the current meme of the moment, and just put it up there on the timeline.
Okay.
And a lot of people started like rocking with it, and that was pretty cool. And then all of a sudden, one of the topics that DSP started running his mouth about was the Comcast stuff.
Oh, nice.
This was when, his Comcast internet was getting kicked off all the time, and
yeah,
his
they were
Wi-Fi
harassing
information was getting changed. So he was going on his typical diatribe about Comcast stuff, his grievances with Comcast. And so little did DSP know, I've been an 11-year telecommunications Xfinity install service person. So I know the shit inside and out. And I knew that all the shit that he was saying was bullshit. And so I had a very good reason to make a video about it. And it was one of my first DSP videos. It was called DSP versus ISP. And it went pretty well. And I got to meet a bunch of really interesting people across the vortex, and here we all are. So,
Let me make sure I get this one added. DSP versus ISP?
yep.
All right, let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, I've seen this one. Hell yeah. All right, I'm going to check this out.
Thank you.
Yes, that's hype, man. That's cool. That's cool. That's an awesome ass origin story. Whenever DSP steps on the toes of an expert and the expert says, "All right, dickhead, let me chime in to correct your stupid ass misconceptions." That's always funny.
Thank you. Yeah, and then it's been onward and upward ever since. I never really put a lot of work into my YouTube channel, but it's something that I find myself working on every day, and
Oh, yeah.
it's a slow climb, but it's always an upward trajectory. And so a lot of the stuff that I do now, obviously, is the DSP stuff, and I take a lot of pride in the way that I present the content because I feel like, if DSP can do it as shitty as he does and sees the type of air quotes success that he's having, and why can't I just come in and just do all of his shit but better? And it's just so it's interesting, and it flexes my creative muscles, and it makes me imagine and think. It's a weird muse type shit, but
Dude,
it makes me creative.
I understand 100%. It's kind of how I felt a lot about Dark Side. I still kind of feel it, and you're going to see it more tonight as I get high. Is that DSP is the most charitable thing that I can say about him is that he's some sort of chaos god of creation, and that his insanity, something about it, just makes you want to be creative. And yeah, it hit you too. Cool.
I'm motivated by spite. Like,
Oh, definitely.
for real. I'm
Definitely.
like, okay, he's got the level 1 podcast. I've got the level 99 live stream.
Oh yeah. I've got, I get that, man. It's that brain guy said that. I'm a pacifist. I only hate people out of personal spite.
I couldn't see it as like a hate,
Oh,
but
no,
it
no.
does piss me off that these types of people, these lolcows, are offered so many opportunities and they keep fumbling it every time.
Dude, this guy's gotten a million chances and he cries that he wants a second. Buddy,
It's maddening. Yeah, it's like,
7 digits of chances. Speaking of making you mad, what is one thing that DSP does that legitimately angers you? I'm talking you feel it in your arms, that kind of anger.
oh my God, I know exactly what it is. I know exactly what it is.
What
It's,
is it?
the DSP today, DSP tomorrow. Just the fact that he can lie so brazenly, just like so starkly wrong in what he's saying, whether it be something that is completely against what reality is or completely against what he literally just said previously about the same subject. It
Absolutely.
it it I see it in other people in my real life because I do interact with other people in real life.
Oh. Oh, so you're not
Sometimes.
you don't operate a household. You're not a successful business owner with a cat. I see. I see.
Oh yeah, no, I'm in
Yeah.
I'm in the basement right now.
Yeah, I
I'm going to
understand.
be pissing into the sink over there.
Yep.
I
Mom
got my
lives
Roadhouse
upstairs.
King.
Yeah. I get you. But elaborate more. What are some of the lies that particularly burn your ass?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so obviously the whole 7 years, I think, of him lying about playing WWE champions, and
Mm-hmm.
then just one word, yes, coming back and completely like bulldozing the entire 7 years of him saying that it doesn't exist and you're an idiot for thinking it and none of it is true and I'm banning you over this and I'm lording over other people and I'm spending time just drilling into this issue when he knows full well that what he's saying is bullshit. And when I see it out in the real world with other people and I hear it from them, it's like DSP behavior in the wild. When I
Mm-hmm.
hear it, when people lie to me outwardly, I immediately get that feeling that no, this is a fucking DSP moment right here, and I want to cut that shit out. I want to cut that shit off. That's the thing that kind of pisses me off and is like the center of all of this because the motherfucker lies so easily, but like so ridiculously brazenly. It just pisses me off. I can't think of correct words to say
No, I
about
get
how
you.
crazy this shit makes me
Words
feel.
fail you when it gets like that, man. I get it. Oh.
We did see the phone before the Craig interview, and he's just so blatant with how like stuck in his ways. He'll never be convinced otherwise. Of course, unless there's money involved.
No, I get what you're saying. The last position I used to work in, someone asked one time, this back when I used to do restreams, and this is part of why I stopped doing them, is I used to work at this place, and someone asked me amongst the detractors, how do you never just melt down and lose your shit at Phil? How are you not doing that? And the reason why is because I used to work with 15 dark side Phils at a time.
Yeesh.
I used to work in juvenile detention. And the overlap between a juvenile delinquent and DSP's mindset is a circle. It is the same outlook. I did nothing wrong. You don't understand what I did. Actually, what I did was kind of cool and charming, but I didn't do it. And if I did do it, I would have done it better. That kind of shit, man. It's like, you're a liar. You're just a liar and you're an asshole. That's the two worst things you could be.
These semantics that they play constantly.
Oh,
just trying to. It's the mental gymnastics. I'm gonna coin a phrase because I saw it on Sav's timeline shitting all over Darziak. Like, you can have a conversation with another person and you can get a pretty good sense that they're out to bullshit you. And if like you can sense that from another person, there's no reason for me to continue on with the conversation with that person.
Absolutely.
It has irked me to such a point to where in real life when I'm talking to people and they pull that shit on me, I literally can't stop telling them, don't stop it.
Yes. No. These lies insult the intelligence. That's what would always bother me about the kids lying to me is just, how dumb do you really think I am that I would believe this? Now, granted, I'm pretty dumb. I have my own moments where I'm not necessarily firing all cylinders, but I at least know that's wrong and you're stupid.
It's a disrespect also. It's a disrespect. Like, if I would rather hear you be absolutely 100% straight up with me rather than try to gild the lily and bullshit on me. I would rather hear it straight. You think I'm going to be mad if you flower your words a little bit? I'm not with that. Just say what you fucking mean. Just say it.
It's an incongruity, man. It's an incongruity. How are you going to be the realest motherfucker and all you do is lie?
It's just the fact that he has to sit there and also like grandstand about it and tell everybody about himself.
Yes. Composed of lies. What's 3 trivia facts besides detracting about you?
Oh, yes. I was thinking about this response as well, and I was trying to think of like 3 really good ones. I'm going to be honest. I forgot about
no
what
one's
I was
prepared for this quiz before. I'm not used to this. Continue. I apologize.
No, you're good. Never have to apologize. So I definitely want to put over the fact that I've been playing this rhythm dance game, Dance Dance Revolution.
Awesome.
For about, I'm going to say like 25 years now.
Dude, I bet you burn a lot of calories playing that game.
Bro, it keeps me in excellent shape. It keeps me like durable. It keeps me, active. And it's therapy. Like, it's going to sound corny, but it's facts. Like, I feel genuinely better if I've had a good session of. It's actually an open source version of it, Stepmania. There's so many different.
Yeah, I've been seeing that. I've saw that a lot on your posts or whatever.
I'm glad that you said that because I've really been trying to put that out there. I have this grandiose dream of mine where I can somehow, some way use that as the platform to where people will come to just, hang out and chill.
I'm going to be real, man. I thought Stepmania and you always had some girl on the thumbnail.
Yes, and that is by design.
Look,
sex sells, and you got to put the AI-generated waifus up there. And now it's actually kind of became a brand.
It worked wrong on me. And that's because I'm crazy and stupid. When I saw it, I saw Stepmania. I said, oh, is this some Derek thing? Like stepmom, stepsister, that kind of shit? No, I'm not having this Derek antics. But I didn't know. Okay, so it's like a dance thing. Okay, cool. That's hype. I'm going to check him out.
Yes, yeah. And I did have a buddy of mine, since we're in that realm, actually. The title of the show, which is the live stream, I guess, would be called "What Are You Doing, Stepmania," which is obviously
okay. There you go.
I had a friend of the channel. She made an emote of somebody stuck in the washing machine as a fun little play on the Twitch channel.
Okay, that's good. If it's a play on it, that's cool. But if it's like actual stuff, yeah, I'm not interested. Who would be?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not into anybody stepping on me, but I do rock with stepping on arrows to the beat of the music. The
That's
cool
what's
thing
up.
about that game is, and I'll talk about this shit forever because I think it's hype. It's any song. Like, what's one of your favorite genres of music?
We'll get to that later when I'm high, but I believe you what you're saying.
Okay, so literally any genre, any song that you
That's
could think
awesome.
of, if it hasn't been made, it could be made, and you could make it. I've been trying to make charts behind the scenes. It keeps me
Could I give you
motivated
a
to.
song to Dance Revolution to?
I'm glad that you asked that because on the channel during the streams, let's just say you stop by, all you have to do is type in a command, exclamation point SL. It gets you a link. The link will take you to a website that has all 19,000 plus songs
All
that I
right,
have
let's see if it's
available.
on here. I'm gonna check. Continue. Just gonna open up another window.
Yeah, go
SL.com.
for it. So if you go inside my Twitch chat and go exclamation point SL, it'll get you a link to go to a website that will give you directions on how to drop the search song that you're looking for into the request queue. I have an overlay that shows all of the requests that come through, and then once I'm all warmed up and play the songs that I want to play, I usually jump into the request, and that takes up the rest of the stream. The cool part about it is we kind of have some goals, we have some milestones and stuff like that. I have weighted ankle bracelets, I have a weighted vest. Um,
I'm not
if we
seeing my
clear
song on here. This is a tragedy. Please continue.
if you clear the milestones, then if we clear all three of the milestones, then we get to double the time of the stream. So not only am I wearing like over 30 pounds of weights
So
while
you
playing
like
Dance
you're
Revolution, but
getting
we're
mega in shape on
extending.
this shit. That's awesome, man.
I'm trying though. I'm trying though. It's like it works really well too, which would segue well into my second thing
Yes,
that's non-detractor related is professional wrestling. I've been also a professional wrestler for about 20 years. Um,
that's awesome,
it
man.
has afforded me a lot of opportunities to work with some of the biggest names in the professional wrestling industry. If you're
That's
not a
cool.
fan of professional wrestling, these names won't mean anything to you, but allow me to talk about working on with Bruce Pritchard, with Kurt Angle, Arn Anderson,
I know a couple of these
uh,
dudes. I've heard of them anyway.
Tony Schiavone, Chris Jericho, like the people that I've done work with and for in the industry in professional wrestling, like looking back at it and actually like kind of putting a list to it, it kind of really it's great that I'm able to kind of put this out there because I really do appreciate you giving me the opportunity to talk about this.
Absolutely.
Professional wrestling has been one of the biggest things in my life because it's afforded me opportunities to do a lot of cool things with a lot of cool people. And just like with the tractor circle and just like with the Stepmania circle, this is a really weird Venn diagram of people that I know out there that I'm really cool with because there's a lot of overlap. We have like Sav that comes through and she'll request a couple of songs like System of a Down. And then we'll have somebody that comes through and requests a couple of like, those K-pop songs like Blackpink or something like that. And then we'll have somebody that comes through and requests like Atreyu, which is awesome. We get a whole bunch of different blends of people that come through, whether it be from, the DSP stuff, whether it be from the Stepmania stuff, or whether it be from the pro wrestling stuff. But I guess that kind of leaves the last one, the third. And I mean, other than that, I really love weed.
That's cool. When did you start doing weed?
Long time ago. I was super straight edge too, which was really crazy. And I was like cringe straight edge too, like
Explain.
super cringe straight edge. But eventually, I found the herb and Adult Swim, and I just really chilled out, and it's been ever since. And the cool thing about it is now I can get it. I can get it with bonus points, which is absolutely crazy to
Sweet.
think.
That's awesome, man. Do you feel like it? How do you enjoy things differently when you're high? How would you say?
I think I enjoy things a lot more better.
But
A
like, is
lot more
there a
better when I'm
component
high.
of it that you like more?
I like how it allows me to just enjoy things because I feel like I'm very critical
Hmm.
when I'm not. And I also feel like uh, obviously I need to get my shit done, so I do that with a clear mind.
Oh,
But
definitely.
as I'm doing these things, I'm kind of like spicy in my mind, I'm kind of just like hating a little bit more. I got a little bit more hate
Oh, definitely.
going on, and I'm kind of getting mad about things that are happening, and it's just like it's all in my head. I'm not acting it out or anything like that, but that kind of stuff
Yeah,
builds
if
up.
you brew your brain in negative thoughts, you become negative. It's like a horrible turkey basting. You know, it's a real thing.
I can see that. I can definitely see that. And so when I do get all of my obligations out the way, because it's always business before pleasure, and once it's the end of the day and I got everything taken care of, that's when I know that I'm good. And most of the time, I really find myself absorbing like information content. Like I always try to like obviously the DSP stuff is empty calories. I see it for what it is. It's modern day reality television, but I
Hmm.
also really do like to kind of like get faded and then say, all right, I'm going to dedicate the next hour to just learning how to do something in Blender, which is like a 3D free program that you can use
Ah,
in
Lord
order to
Diaz,
make.
I love you, man. You got my kind of similar mindset, and obviously I'm narcissistic. So, dude, it's so awesome to learn new shit while you're high. When I get high, sometimes I just turn on just bizarre ass documentaries and see like, okay, what happened in the Ottoman Empire in 1400? Let me know. You know?
Just lock in on something really specific for a little bit and go, yes, this is what
Yeah.
it just really like when I first obviously when I was straight edge and then I crossed the line and started getting like high, it was like a transformative experience for me. Like it's like tropey. It's like,
Yeah.
it almost seems like too good to be true, but it returned me to the peaks of my youth. And I was really just seeing things differently. And I fell into like, it was super cringe at the time, obviously, but I was like super into like the pseudo intellectual stuff. The Matrix was really big at the time. So
Yeah, that shit.
I was like, let's go down the rabbit hole shit. And I was like watching Tool videos all fucked up, going, man, this is
We should hang
real
out sometime. You
life,
should come over.
man. I could see the time knife.
That's this. Well, this is my sword. It's. Oh, never mind. Continue.
I
Um.
always find the stuff that I like put out there for the streams and for the productions that I do, I always like to give it that little like tint of absurdity. I
Yes.
do like the avant-garde style of
Yes.
things. I don't want things to be like a cookie cutter copy paste the same
Normal is
shit.
lame.
Yes, thank
Normal is
you.
lame. You're lame if
I
you're normal. Work on
I
it.
I realize now I had like a core memory moment when I was a like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. It had to be single digits. It had to be when I was not truly aware that I was alive and a person, but like kind of figuring it out. I saw on a tape, it was Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer. And it was just the most batshit crazy music video that I've ever seen in my entire life. And when I first got high, I was shown some very trippy music videos on the internet. And I think it was like some Aphex Twin videos. And in my mind and in my soul is burned this moment because it was like a transformative thing because it returned me to the time I was so young and didn't understand that you can have this crazy, creative, cinematic looking, crazy looking music video that just pulls you in and you absorb it for the 2 to 3 minutes that you're watching it and nothing else was going on. I always find myself trying to make stuff that people will fall into and kind of catch themselves. I can't believe I just fell into a trance watching it. If it makes any sense.
Makes complete sense, dude. Everything you told me makes complete sense.
I
Um.
told you I was chatty. I apologize.
No, no, I kind of have a similar thing. I had a similar origin. I took my dare vow pretty seriously, and the reason why is because all the people I did know who did do weed, they were all in fact giant losers. So I thought I probably shouldn't do it. Then, that's a pretty good data set. But but I stayed straight edge up until not even maybe 5 years ago, and my wife was the first one who told me to try it. I was like, this is peer pressure, and you're cheating because you're my wife. Um, so I tried it, and what I found fascinating about it was It's gonna sound pretentious. I'm an artsy guy. I'm very fixated on art. What makes art good? What makes it cool? And all this and that. And it's because I'm a writer and I obsess over this. I want to learn how to get better. It's like a martial art, but it's not. I'm a professional author. That's retarded and lame. Um, but when I was in this state, I was like, holy shit, it's so much easier to write and stuff. Also, it's so much easier to see the beauty in art. And it's also easier to see when art sucks. And I thought that's kind of handy. But because if you're not vibing with it, chances are that art sucks. It does, you know? But yeah, I get it. You kind of had because you went so long with your brain developing before doing weed, you can kind of build off of it really well, like what you do.
It's incredible because also this is very good for obviously I'm a very physical person. I sacrifice my body for the industry.
I understand, man. Well, I mean, I
You know,
don't. I'll
being a
never understand.
professional wrestler hurts and playing DDR a lot and plus the job that I do when I'm working out in the field, it's very demanding on me and I feel that the medicinal properties of getting high also really help both my physical and my mental. Because unfortunately, in the professional wrestling industry, you will be around a lot of people that choose to take other paths, and it's well documented. So I'm not really like uh, going out of bounds here. It's an unfortunate fact, and I do always like to kind of let people know, like, oh my god, this guy always talking about getting high, always promoting about getting high, stuff like that. I get that some people maybe might be turned off by that presentation or that stereotype, but I would much rather promote the fact that this is a medicinal, that
It
it
is,
takes
man.
care of me.
Dude, I've got really bad headaches, and this shit just deletes it. I'm like, awesome. Why wouldn't I have it then?
No, it absolutely is a medicine. I feel like it helps me out a lot. It
What
helps
game?
me absorb DSP better, that's for sure.
Definitely. I've noticed that I'm far more charitable. That's the whole point of this show is because one time when I was high, I made the insane thought. I said, what if I watch DSP while high? What will that do? Because I've already had experience with it. I watched some shows I didn't like, and I was like, oh, this sucks. So I was like, there's no point in watching Phil. No, it kind of reverses. DSP is so terrible that he's the greatest art masterpiece of all time. He's Super Saiyan Mr. Bean. I love it. You know?
It's actually incredible. I've seen him grow older. I've
Yes.
seen the decline, and every day it gets a little bit worse. But it's like we see him every day, which is a weird thing to say out loud. But, to see him ravage his body with shitty food and alcohol and stuff like that. Like I'm all for body autonomy as long as you're not hurting anybody else, but
Yeah.
like we're literally seeing him fall apart before our eyes, which is a great motivation to stay active and to eat
Definitely.
better and
He's
drink
inspired me to
water
do better. Ugh. But you're right. I am basically watching a man die. It's really dark.
in slow motion.
Well, not
Super
really.
slow
This
motion.
guy's aging so damn fast.
Speed run.
Yeah, he's speed running the elderly status. He wants that discount.
Well,
What game?
probably not getting the prenup.
Probably
Are
not.
you team divorce coin or are you team health?
I'm Team Health. I don't see these two ever getting divorced. And the reason why is because they're just too codependent on each other. You're
Mm.
assuming that Kat would get fed up with this. She's fine. She's content. She's dealt with it.
If I only had to work 12 hours out the week, eat DoorDash, and play Skyrim, I think that's a pretty good way to go.
Yeah, some people have almost no aspirations in life, and it's just something that's there, you know.
It just kind of adds to the idea that everything Phil touches withers.
Oh yeah, he's some sort of destructive negative energy force. It's awesome. He's like a
It's like the
weapon.
negative minus touch, where everything he touches turns
He's
to shit.
toxified. That's what he is. He's got this AOE of toxification, soul poison, and it just
Why
destroys
am I
it.
toxic?
Exactly, Phil. Why are you? What game would you send back to peak era Phil, and what era would that be?
Oh my goodness. So peak era Phil obviously was when he was like super rich. He was buying all that money. He had that
Buying money?
BMW.
How do you do that?
Somehow, some way, Palpatine returned. No, a lot of people just gave him money for whatever reason. If anything, this guy knows what to do is to pull money from simple-minded people, vulnerable people.
He is kind of gifted at it.
Gifted, it would be the right word.
He's pretty profound at this. He's pretty good at begging. I would never be able to beg
I
like
would
this.
send back to him while he was in his prime would probably be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So then he can finally play Costa del Sol and be the weird little perv that he was when he was before Cat. BK before Cat.
Here's how
I'm so glad that he didn't. Oh yeah, that's right. You don't rock with Final Fantasy, so I'll set the table.
I know what Final Fantasy
is the
VII
greatest Final Fantasy of all time,
All right.
and Remake is the best, and Rebirth is better than the best. But Costa del Sol is the quintessential anime beach episode part of that game.
I saw all the Photoshop, all the screenshots of it. They're like, "Oh, Phil's gonna hate this part."
Oh yes, because Tifa be boobin.
Oh yeah, she looks fucking hot as hell.
You got waifu material right there. So everybody knew that modern day prune ass Phil wouldn't be able to stomach any of that because for some reason he's allergic to the female form for some reason.
Yeah.
Parasite Eve was goated actually. I hope they bring that back.
Well, Final Fantasy VII would be good because you know what would happen if DSP was recording in that old format. He would get to Tifa and she's looking kind of hot. And then he'd be like, all right, I'm going to cut the part here. The next part, he sounds kind of winded. Oh, I know what happened, Phil.
We had that place.
You cranked one out between videos, huh? No, I would.
And didn't the creator of Dead or Alive just pass away?
Yeah, and it's a huge bummer because he was a ninja. And he helped revolutionize ninjas. And honestly, that dude is so influential. I mean, I owe him my success in finding my wife.
Oh.
And that was because my relationship with art was that I kind of understand why waifus exist. Let's have DSP play in the background. I kind of understand why.
Oh, Jade, how you doing? Good to see you,
Jade.
I was wondering if Jade.
I kind of understand the appeal of waifus. Because it's a charting course of your taste in women. That's what I liked. I thought that was cool.
Mario Kart.
Because I mentally projected, I was like, okay, when my very first waifu was Sailor Mercury, and I was like 9 at the time. So I was like, I want a smart chick. And then I was like, oh, I like this chick. I would like a chick like that. And so I kind of formed what my ideal woman was through these characters. Well, Ayane was just the ultimate waifu. She's kind of an asshole. She's super cute, but she's a ninja, and she's kick your ass, but she kind of likes you, but she's an asshole. Like that perfect encapsulation.
I need to be able to tell
then
my
I
wife,
found her, and I'm married to her. It's awesome.
So she doesn't have to cook. If she has to cook, she has to start cooking around 3:30ish because we eat around 4:30. So let's get going. All right,
tell me about wrestling. What's your status on? You were asking me earlier how much about wrestling do I know?
Hit this goal and lock in.
Hold on 1 second. Can you just turn Phil down just a little bit?
You would have to wait.
God,
his
voice is so much worse. Man, get to
because I have to be honest with you. Also, I should have said this during the 3 parts. If you could turn it down just another smidge. I am actually factually completely deaf in one ear.
Oh God,
I am deaf.
Oh man, that sucks, dude.
Capable. It's all my fault, bro. What I did when I was 2 was really fucking stupid. I had 2 working years when I was born, but I climbed the refrigerator when I was 2, and I was looking down at the kitchen tile. I was looking at the pattern, and I was like, in my 2-year-old brain, I was like, that's so weird. Why does the pattern look different when I'm so close to it, and so different when I'm far away from it? And so I thought it would be a good idea to do like an A/B test to see why they looked different close and far away. So I climbed the tallest thing I could find just to look down at the kitchen floor and its tile pattern, only to fall off that bitch and hit my head and rupture my eardrum. So now on my right side, I'm completely deaf.
Dude, that sucks, man. Holy shit.
So like, my apologies. I didn't mean to like say, oh, you gotta turn that shit down, whatever. It's
no.
Dude, I had a hard time hearing you.
I don't care how loud this dude is. This dude sucks. And Lord Diaz, I'm gonna be honest with you, and the choice is yours, but this is the first time I've ever had feedback about it. I'm a little surprised that you chose a "This is how you don't play" that's so modern. Like, I can't stand watching Phil now. He's such a loser. Like,
so I do have a little autism going on when it comes to Sonic the Hedgehog and the holidays.
Okay.
When I was growing up, I always I was a Sega Genesis kid.
Yeah,
I always
me too.
played Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles.
Hell yeah.
I played all the way to Sonic Adventure 2. Then it like, really fell off when they started having all of these anthropomorphized sexy ass bees and bats and all this shit.
It was weird.
But I was rocking with the Genesis stuff, the soundtracks, Sega CD, Sonic CD. Like, I was really rocking with Sonic the Hedgehog back in the day when we were growing up during the Sega versus Super Nintendo days.
Okay.
So you had to pick a side, and my side was Sonic the Hedgehog. So during the holidays, you know, usually that's when all the new games came out or when I was gifted a game, and it would always be a Sonic game. So I always associated the holidays with Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's what's up. Okay.
In my dumb brain, in my smooth ass brain, once it's October, it's officially the holidays. Like, it's the official holidays.
It is
after,
pretty much. It's countdown to Christmas at that point.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's like you get until Halloween and then it's Christmas.
Yep. Okay, so let me ask the question then, because I'm still a little confused. He's played other Sonic games.
He has, but I'm looking at this game and I'm thinking about getting it.
Okay. And it's nothing negative about you. I just, for some reason, DSP is hard to watch nowadays, even from the gameplay scene. His old shit
no,
where
I
he's screwing
absolutely
his
did not
ass
take
off
any
is-
negative vibe from that. I was just when we were talking behind the scenes, I was like, could it be like a Rebsy video? Could it be like a King DDD video?
Right?
And you were like, anything goes. So I was like, all right, let me make sure that it's not something that was already shown. So I was like doing my research. I was trying to see which one that I could really, have some, talking points on. And I think the big thing right now is that this new generation of people coming up hating on DSP, framing him as the game journalist.
Yep.
It's so fun.
It is good. It's fun how he can't escape his fate. DSP is
the
a
next
Greco-Roman
generation of
tragedy.
haters are these broccoli boys with
Yeah.
their stupid haircuts.
I'm smarter than that. Okay.
That's what's up. DSP is proof of destiny. He really is. He was destined to be an eternal loser and failure. That's why every new generation's like, look at this dumb dude. Let's laugh at him.
Very nice.
He's gonna get laughed at by kids who live next to the nursing home. It's gonna always happen.
They're all going to be sitting, doing their daily motion exercises so they don't get clots in their legs and arms, and then watching DSP still begging for $25 so he can hit the goal, so he can eat
Oh, the new porridge.
his
is like,
slop.
yeah, Fortnite.
But DSP
porridge.
tries it, perpetually stuck, spinning his wheels for the rest of his life.
I gotta outlive Phil. I gotta see how this ends. I gotta get healthy. I'm not the most healthy dude. I need to get healthy so I can outlive Phil. And you know this dude's
gonna outlive us
die at
all.
130. This dude's powered by pure anger. Those people always live longer for some reason.
He's just existing out of spite. And, like, I always like to, indulge during the holidays. I love eating Christmas food around Christmas, so I usually go off my diet. I'm on a diet. I don't like to put it over because it sounds like, how vegans have an unfortunate
Everyone
stereotype
should
where
be
they're like,
on
oh,
a
you gotta eat
diet,
vegan
alright?
options,
There should be
whatever,
no one who
whatever.
shits on you for that. Everyone should be on a diet.
So I rock with keto. I fucks with it heavy, and I do it a lot.
I eat a lot of
like,
buckwheat.
constantly. But like, I try not to broadcast it because I know it's cringe.
No, it's
but
not.
I went off of. I appreciate that. So the keto, meat, cheese, low carb, high fat. I know that if I gain weight over the holidays, if I eat real food, I know if I'm on keto, I could lose it just as quick.
Yeah.
But this past year, unfortunately, it didn't work that way. So I had to retool some things, talk to a nutritionist, figure out like what I need to do differently.
How do you
And
even
all
go
of this
keto
was like
cheaply?
kind of like
Wouldn't that be
brought on
expensive?
by the idea that this guy doesn't take care of himself. I don't want to end up like him.
Oh, absolutely not. I groaned the other day
you know,
when I
even though
sat
it is
up and
empty
I was
calories to watch this guy, it's like I know that I need to do better.
The rivals are seriously good. Like they're actually hard to beat.
That's awesome, man. DSP inspires me too. I should work on my things.
He's inspirational in his own special way.
Yeah, because I like writing. Writing's my favorite thing to do. It's probably my favorite thing to do, and I do it the least. And I just like writing weird, creative stories that kind of go nowhere. And much like you were like, oh, I'm sorry for saying I'm on a diet, and I'm sorry I'm mocking you, but the reason why I mock it is because this is the kind of jerk in the world that made that necessary. This judgmental asshole has made everything necessary in the world. People can be on a diet, but as soon as people start getting judgmental about it, then it's toxified. It's like, oh, I'm a vegan. You probably aren't that ethical. I'm like, no. Come on,
It's like, nah,
Chill
I just
out.
can't have that delicious looking pumpkin pie, even though I really want to. But if you wanted to scoop out a fat spoonful of the Cool Whip, I can just eat that. That's like legit. I do that.
That's what's up, man. So you find a way around. DSP inspires me to do my art because I pride myself in my creativity only in the sense that it's bound to be a creative thing when it's so stupid. You know, I've never thought anyone would be this dumb to make this kind of story. Like, I was. And I find that my creativity is often tested with Phil. How can I make this dude kind of interesting? I like making up stories about Phil. Like DSP is a caveman, you know? He's a time-traveling caveman, baby. Because
He's definitely from somewhere else. This dude is out of this world. He's got to be an alien.
You want to do some
Or a
theory crafting
caveman.
about Phil?
Not a real human.
Deranged theories, if you will. What is he then? What is he? What's your deranged theorist? He's inhuman. What is he then?
He's synthetic. He's
Okay.
fake. He's okay. So sometimes I do go down these roads, just a mind map a little bit. I really don't like subscribe to these ideals and stuff like that. But it's fun to kind of like put
Oh, yeah.
on different hats and walk different paths. You know.
I feel that for Ancient Aliens. Continue. I'm sorry.
So excellent. So everything Phil does, I feel like, is just him just parroting or repeating back or echoing things that he thinks other people do in terms of like expressing emotions,
Yes.
being entertaining, even talking.
He's a skinwalker. He's the thing from The Thing. He's just mimicking human form.
Hello, fellow humans.
I am a working adult. I'm a blue-collar streamer. No streamer is a blue-collar streamer, Phil. That's not a thing. Come on.
The very fact he has to get on his stream to tell everybody what he is already tells me that's not who he is. If like other people around him would say that, then I think that'd be a little different. But if like I sit here and say, oh my god, like everybody S'd on my D, they get in the row and do it, and then I just throw them out the window. It's I could say anything. He could say anything.
Yeah. You got that kind of random humor I like. I like random humor.
I do like taking left turns sometimes.
Yeah, because I like absurdist bullshit, and nothing makes me smile. Like, what if DSP was some sort of space ghost? You know, it's just stupid shit.
When you say that you do writing, do you do character writing or do you do like world building writing?
Okay, both. So here's the
Okay.
thing. It's gonna sound pretentious, but
You don't have to do disclaimers when you
You know, you're
state some
right.
things.
You know,
We
I said
got
that
it.
of you as well. So I like sci-fi, and so what I've made is I've made this giant shared universe, and I kind of do with it whatever I want when I want. There's a main story that happens throughout it. It's basically X-Files in space. You've got these dudes who just explore paranormal dumb shit in space. And so while that's all going on, I build the world out from under it, and it's kind of just random snapshots into life in the different worlds and whatnot. And I have a lot of fun doing that. Right now I'm working on a cowboy world. What would be a cowboy world in space or something like that? You know, that kind of dumb shit. So that's the
I
kind of
love
idea.
that. I love that. That's fucking awesome.
Thanks, I'll send you some if you'd like. Guess what? Darkseid Phil is going to be a canon character in my story in the chapter I'm working on now. He is canon
shit,
to my
what
universe.
the?
Oh man.
And so, but here's the thing, it's probably the most depressing chapter I've ever written. I kind of don't want to write it because it's so sad. But,
it better be the most fucking depressing thing ever.
I've written stories about aliens that just wipe out planets for fun. This dude is somehow more sad than that. I don't know how. I don't know how I did it. But
Fourth place.
If I'm watching something and it like gives me a gut punch, like, oh, genuinely feel like, oh my god, you just like, you tore my heart out. Like that's the kind. I like the it's not like I'm trying to
Twilight
equate it to,
Zone.
like something to the effect of the Twilight Zone. I'm talking about something where, oh my god, I wish I could put a descriptive. I'm acting descriptive right now. I'm gonna have to return to this because I'm just gonna try and pour over what I'm trying to say, and it's not gonna work. I gotta let it come to me naturally.
I've got a hypothesis. What you were trying to say? You were trying to say that you like the dark subversive.
Yes, subversive.
You like
is
the
a
dark
good word.
subversive. Okay.
Something to where, like, okay, so if we're gonna tip our toe into pro wrestling for a second.
Okay. I got my mic for wrestling. Continue.
The heel turn, the one that you never see coming.
It was me, Revolver Ocelot. You didn't see me betray Big Boss. You know, I'm doing wrestling promos for each character. Go ahead.
Are you a Metal Gear style enjoyer?
Yes, I'm a
Metal
huge
Gear
fan of
Solid
Metal Gear
style
Solid.
enjoyer?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That's
so
my shit.
I know we're
I
going off
steal
on a tangent for a
characters.
second, but there's this channel that does Metal Gear Solid, like 5 Metal Gear Solid series conspiracy video type things.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I could remember the name. I know if I literally saw it in front of me, I couldn't pronounce it correctly, but it starts with a P and has a Y after it. And they do a whole bunch of like these documentary style. Revolver Ocelot was really saying this when he said this.
I like
it's
those
the
videos.
double speak. It's the triple speak, and all of this shit. I rocked with that shit heavy, but let me bring you back to what we were talking about, which is
Archetypes. You got the heel.
something that thank you for pulling me back from the brink. The
You're
heel
fine.
turn.
I got you this
the
time.
heel turn, bro. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it in wrestling. That's like the go-to. That's the old reliable because it works. I love it when any piece of media, whether it be pro wrestling or whether it be a movie or a show or whatever, where they rug pull you or they just really let you have it, like a Red Wedding style shit.
Mm-hmm.
Catspur, welcome.
You need to watch. All right, we're gonna get to this subject. It's finally gonna happen. Evangelion sucks, dude. Turn that shit off. Turn that shit off.
Let me hear it.
Turn
Yeah,
that shit
so
off.
to set the table for a second, everybody here in the chat, I have my logo, and it's the Nerve logo from Neon Genesis Evangelion, but it has a weed leaf instead of the leaf, and then it has my name instead of Nerve, and then in the small ass text, it says, Lord Diaz is lit, all is right with the world. Just saying. It's deep, bro. Neon Genesis Evangelion is deep.
Nah, man, Xeon's deep, man. No, it's not. Okay, here's where I'm gonna base my position of attack.
Let's go. Can you do me a small please favor? Just one more notch lower on Phil.
Yeah. Let's turn this dick
He
brain
is
down.
so there, and I really want to make sure I get you right. But I don't want to take Phil away from you guys.
No, yeah, you got. I mean, I'll be like Phil tonight. I care nothing for my chat's feelings.
Fuck the chat.
Entertain yourselves, you know.
Right now.
Like Phil's so afraid of chat having fun by themselves. Like I think it's cool. It's a few people that you have to entertain.
It's seriously a vibe. Sometimes the chat's feeling one kind of way. Sometimes the chat feels another kind of way. You have to be able to call it in the ring, call it on the fly. To steal another pro wrestling reference, I'm going to be dropping them all night, folks. Buckle up.
Okay, that's cool. So, have you watched Mobile Suit Gundam?
I have not. And I do see your timeline is all Gundam all the time, which I rocks with. I'm now learning more and more about the Gundam cinematic universe.
You need to watch, dude. Don't listen to anyone else. Listen to me. And I'd say that kind of as an arrogant thing, but also, dude, the Gundam fandom is really stupid.
Every fandom is really fucking stupid.
No, these guys are crazy. How stupid these guys are. It's like if you were surrounded by Phils and you were all a fan of something. Like, if there was one sane wrestling dude and all of them, the others were DSP. That's how it is with the Gundam. Gundam fans suck. But, okay. I will level the charges against Neon Genesis Evangelion. And part of the charges is your fan base. Your fans suck.
Oh, agreed.
Whenever they say something retarded about Gundam, I have zero respect for this person's entire existence. They could die in a fire, and I'm sorry that I think that. But whenever a Neon Genesis Evangelion fan comes out and says, yeah, Gundam isn't as good as Evangelion. Evangelion cares about the characters. You just have your magic robots with your superhumans. And I'm thinking, you piece of shit. Gundam does everything you all try to do, but better. But better. You guys are in second place and don't even realize it. Actually, you're like in sixth place, realistically. But they had this. I remember there was a kid in college, and he said, "Yeah, you pretty much have to have like 3 theology degrees to really get Neon Genesis Evangelion." Again, die in a fire, loser. What a stupid thing to say. Neon Genesis Evangelion, the creator of the show himself, outright stated that the Christian imagery you see on Neon Genesis Evangelion is because he thought it looked cool.
And it does.
And it does. But you got so many of these dudes who dropped college after 1 semester type saying, like, man, you just don't get it, dude. What? Get out of my face. And whenever they try and shit on Gundam, it just reveals this position of, sorry, just a lesser status. Because they'll say stuff that's just empirically wrong, and then try and own you with it. And they'll say, yeah, well, in Gundam, Amuro is just worshipped as this, like, superhero. And it's like, dude, it goes through a shit ton of trauma. He goes through the ringer, man. This guy's basically got a gun in his mouth the entire series. What the fuck are you saying? How dare you? And then it's like, well, Shinji was about tragedy. Amuro was about tragedy. Char was about tragedy. You know who was about tragedy in Gundam? Control All. All of them were about tragedy. Shut up. You know?
Okay. So sell me on Gundam right here. Would you say that their stories center more around war, like the wars? Or
there's a couple different aspects, and they kind of do. That's where I drew my inspiration for how I write. And that's just weird scattered stories. There is a timeline, and it's a universal century, and it starts at 0079. It's the dawn of the Earth. Well, whatever. Let's just see if I can find the intro. But yeah, it starts there, and then it progresses through various wars through the history. And there's a sort of rather practical dismalness to it. Like, there's no brighter side here. It all kind of sucks, you know. And what's
the horrors of war?
It is rough. It is rough. This shit.
So I saw a GIF on the internet. It's kind of notorious. I don't know if anybody in the chat has seen this, but it is of a older anime. It looks like an older anime. It's in a spaceship. These people in spacesuits have guns. One of them's like a smaller person, maybe a child, and it's a GIF of the one person getting shot, the older person, I think, and then the other kid or smaller person turning and then getting them shot in the head behind, but like with a laser. But it, like, obviously, if it's anime, it's going to be gory and violent. Is that from a Gundam?
So I know what you're describing. You're describing a GIF. I'll help paint it too, because you were being very polite. I'll just come out and say it. It's a small toddler that gets its head vaporized off with an energy cannon, and just instant, like it just falls over. Yeah, that is not from Gundam. That is from Space Runaway Ideon, and that's a sci-fi series that was made by the same guy who made Gundam. So it,
well, there you go.
Kind of is a Gundam, and it has that exact same energy. Shit is dark here. People just die. And that's kind of what's respectable about Gundam. It's one of the most mature series, and it's kind of that's where whenever people say, "Yeah, Neon Genesis was revolutionary. It had dark tones." Bro, what? Gundam had in the very first episode, a girl crawls over the dead body of her grandparents.
Yikes!
Shut up. No, this shit was started with Gundam. You know, here's the opening of the very first series.
It is the year 0079 of the Universal Century. A half-century has passed since Earth began moving its burgeoning population into gigantic orbiting space colonies. A new home for mankind.
So it was realistic,
too.
Just floating space colonies out there.
And die.
I'm digging this. This is actually my jam. I rocks with the retro anime more than any of the modern stuff.
Good, my man.
The Principality of Zeon and launched a war of independence against the Earth Federation. Initial fighting lasted over 1 month and saw both sides lose half their respective
To show how serious that is, that thing back there, that's a space colony.
People were horrified by the indescribable atrocities that had been committed in the name of independence. 8 months
Space atrocities,
since the rebellion began.
Absolutely. They dropped one on Earth and it wiped out billions of people.
What was with Japan and anime with having all of their media have some sort of like nuclear explosion in it?
Well, this is the trauma from it. You know, it was.
We need to express our pain through our art.
Well, they were the eyewitnesses.
I don't really rock with the modern anime stuff. I'm aware of it, but like I haven't seen the closest thing I've seen to modern anime is the new Ranma that came out, but that's only because I rocked with the original.
Oh yeah,
Ranma,
the old Ranma
all
rocked,
the way back
man.
in the 80s.
Yeah, at the time, Akane was waifu because she was a tomboy, and that was hot.
Let's go! Dropping the Akane.
Yeah, that's when I was like, what, 14 when I was reading? I was like, oh yeah, this chick's pretty hot. I gotta find one like that. You know? It's people like White Bowser that talks about it because he's the one who's still turned on by the underage girls. Like, what the fuck? No.
The White Bowser.
White Bowser's fucked up in the head. But what Gundam does is that it explores different stories because it does have an overarching story. It's kind of the story of Bright Noah. He's the commander of the very first starship that takes place. And each series is a different protagonist. And it was something I was yelling at Alt about while I was stoned and argumentative. Was that he was defending One Piece, and I said One Piece fails because it has a fixed protagonist. And I truly believe that. I believe any story with a fixed protagonist is failure. It's a failure to launch. And because Gundam, what it does is, you have the first series about Amuro, and he's this kid who fights during the 1 Year War, and that's the war that happened in the very beginning. Well, then the next one takes place about 9 years later, and it's with a new kid. His name is Camille, and he fights alongside the AU. And so you have these factions that keep forming throughout time. And those are kind of like historical waypoints. Then, between all their waypoints, there's various little side stories, like what happened during the 1 Year War on the American front, you know, because it was a worldwide conflict. And you have these windows into just different battles and situations. And it creates this very cool build-up of a narrative universe. Because then you've got, well, this is happening there, this was happening there at the exact same time. You know? And that's why it's so cool, because it gives you so many windows into stuff. And then when you were talking about deep, Gundam is super deep because it does this interesting thing, and I kind of want to spoil it. But it introduces this thing out of left field, and that was that crazy variable you were talking about, just out of left wing.
Yes.
What if the new breed of humanity starts evolving during the war? Like, you see some next stage evolutions. Like, what then? And that's what's really cool about it, is that it explores this idea of, well, what if we just evolve during a war? You know?
That is crazy that you say that, because I do fucks with the futurism shit and like how the left field, I'm sorry, but like how we're going to be antiquated. Like, just being us as people is going to be an antiquated thing. We're going to literally take on the cyberpunk 2077 or 2099 thing and get all chromed out. Like, we're just going to be brains in vats real soon. Like, real soon. If we're not there already.
Yep. I'm excited. I'm ready to be plugged into the internet. Hype, dude.
I'm ready for the AI revolution. I think we've had our time on this planet.
Humanity wipes itself out for all I care. I'm like, dude, I'm ready for anything. Let's go. You know, nuclear, thermonuclear war.
Simulation, right. And I'll just, I don't know.
I gotta go to work
like
tomorrow.
In a golden field somewhere.
Yeah. It's plugged into the Matrix, boss.
I know the steak ain't real, but it sure tastes great.
You tell me I could pilot a Gundam in the Matrix? Well, shit. Hell yeah, Skynet, plug me in. I submit. Now let me live with my wife, of course, so we could pilot mechs together, you know. But yeah, I'd surrender to the Matrix. I don't give a shit. But my freedom, freedom to what? Not
if you
pilot
really
a mech?
think about it, what kind of cultural impact did Neon Genesis Evangelion really have on Japan? I mean, all of it, really. You can just say that.
Yeah, no, that's Gundam actually. Gundam actually.
No, but I mean,
Gundam.
you got
that's
drinks.
Oops, sorry, you get parried. You're
Snacks.
getting parried, Lord Diaz. You got parried here. I'm gonna counter that. Gundam is more responsible for the existence of anime in its current form than any other anime that you can name. And the reason why is because when they did the original series, they re-released it as movies. Well, here's the thing, is at the release of the very first one, they had this impromptu flash mob form up. And the guy basically just announced, the creator of Gundam, was like, anime should be different, you know? It shouldn't be something we all hide in the shadows. Why don't we just, like, embrace the art of anime and what the artistic medium can do for us? Why don't we just not be embarrassed of being fans? And people started dressing in outfits. They started making street art. They started doing all kinds of things. And it is what helped make Gundam more influential towards anime. So that's why when people say One Piece contributed more to anime than any other anime, Gundam is why you're standing there saying that dumbass opinion. Gundam is why you're saying that right now. Because if it weren't for Gundam, you guys would all be underground like you always had been.
You guys would be tape trading in the shadows.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Your weeb ancestors before you.
Yeah, so don't play these games, me and Evangelion. The thing, and also the deep thing, like it does a lot of spiritualistic questions with Gundam, and I loved it. And it showed me what death could look like, you know, because one of the psychics dies. And so you get to see heaven as they walk in, like, holy shit, that's terrifying. You know? And then the thing about it, what I don't like about it is Neon Genesis Evangelion, when I watched it, I hated Shinji. I wanted Shinji to suffer. And I should never feel that for the hero. I should always be like, yeah, this is my dude. And it's just, Shinji was just such a loser. Amuro was also traumatized and also whiny and also that, but he also knew that people were depending on him. And he couldn't be fucking around. You know, people died. And so that's why I was like, dude, Shinji sucks compared to Amuro, man.
Do you think maybe Shinji was a response to the prototypical Shoto? Like,
I think he was. I think that he was kind of a reattempt at the package, because we had started kind of drifting away from it. But and the thing that is often said, and this is said by fans of people who are fans of Neon Genesis, are separate from fans of Mecha. Because fans of Mecha, we have a sort of sentence that immediately triggers us. We know that you're a skinwalker if you say it. And it's unlike other anime, this one unlike other mecha anime, this one focuses on the characters. And why that's so toxic to us is that that's every mecha show. There's not a mecha show that focuses on the mechs. Does not exist. You know, and so that's where it's kind of like a triggering for us whenever Neon Genesis says, you know, such stupid shit. And
I didn't know the discourse between Gundam and Evangelion ran so
dude, we disrespect you guys. You guys are losers. And it's one of those things, it's a subversion thing, is that you guys all think like, oh, well, Neon Genesis Evangelion is subversive. No, it's actually really not. It's kind of almost neo-traditionalist. There's nothing new about it at all. Gundam had always been about, well, he's got issues with his father. Yeah, Amuro has issues with his father. Camille has issues with his father. They all have dad issues. Except for Judo. Judo doesn't know his dad. But, you know... It's
F all absentee fathers.
Yeah, well, he turned out pretty high. I like Judo. He's one of my favorite characters. But then the thing that I disagree with, though, is there actually is a subversion of mecha. And you guys don't know about it. Because you would never think to look for this one. And it is Getter Robo. I just recently I watched that one. And I had that epiphany of, holy shit, this is some vintage good shit. And it's awesome. It's everything you would kind of want. It's kind of more of a subversion of Evangelion. Because the main character is just super Chad. He's just badass. I can't wait to kick asses.
So don't they have this one in it again? Left Turn. There's this anime out there, and I know I've said I don't rock with the modern stuff, but like, there's literally one out there, and I think it was a manga before, where literally the guy's just like throwing out slurs. It kind of looks reminiscent of like Berserk, I would say. Again, this is all pedestrian of me. I wish I could remember what it was, but I think now that's also a subversion of the subversion.
It may be. I honestly don't rock with a lot of modern mecha. Not really.
Have you ever played for PlayStation 1 Xenogears?
No, I've always wanted to though. People have been telling me that for years that I should play it.
That has some mecha stuff going on. It's a huge part of the gameplay and stuff like that. And also, very inspired by Neon Genesis Evangelion. They have a lot of the same spiritual and Christianic imagery. Really deep, super deep.
Okay, these poor victims in my chat have watched this video like nearly every Going Green. It's one of my favorite videos to watch when I'm high.
Let's go. And
it was the song I was looking up to see if you could do it in Dance Dance Revolution, and I couldn't find it. It's not in there.
Okay. So there's actually a couple of different repositories, a couple of different sites that I can go to and see if it's also available there. And then if all else fails, there's definitely opportunities for this to be made.
This dude rules! This is Ryoma. Sit down, Shinji. Go play with something. I got this. I'll save the human race from these angels. I'll beat the shit out of these fools.
Now this is a jam.
Ryoma's cool. He's an actual psycho. I put him in a mech. This dude walk up the angels and just start slapping.
Yeah, we're hyped. This is fucking great.
It's like, come on, man. Neon Genesis, you guy's 6th place. Getter Robo's ahead of you. But I do like it. It is crap.
I gotta get the title for this so I can literally search the SM file.
These dudes are cool. I really like how rough they are. They're all kind of assholes. They're not good people, but they do.
I love too how you can see like these different animation studios. You've seen them do other things.
When people say stuff like,
this studio also did Golden Boy.
I don't think they did that. They do these cool ass smiles all the time. That cheers me up. Not like goofy.
This is my new ringtone. Actually, this is a bop, bro.
Yeah. Watch this. Best part right here. Their smile. Yeah, those guys are cool. They're having the time of their life. Where was Shinji smiling like that while piloting? I would be. Like, hell yeah, man. Piloting Mac rules.
I mean, Masato's a drunk, though.
I don't know, man. Look, I get it. Humanity's probably gonna die, but look at this. You're in a mech, dude. So what if you die? That's a cool way to die. And look, he pulls his scarf down. He's a ninja, too. Ninjas are the coolest.
Devilman. This is
Devilman.
Devilman. Yeah.
Whenever they say some dumb shit like, what's it called? Demon Slayer looks so good. Demon Slayer looks like shit. This looks cool. Look at this art.
Oh my god, I was like completely locked into that thing for a second. I was like, oh my god, I caught myself.
Yeah, Robo's the coolest, man.
See, this is the shit that I love. This is what the fuck I'm talking about.
I will guide
bro.
you, friend. I will guide you. I'll show you some good shit. Because that's where I go. I'm not interested in any shonen except and One Piece.
Come on, bro. Look at this.
Okay, now check out this animation switch here. Not right now. I'll clue you in when it happens. Such a cool-ass image shit. And Ryoma's the man! Well, Hayato's the man too, but Ryoma's the face.
Bro, look at this. I would be shocked if this song wasn't already a step chart.
Gotta be. That color change there. Okay, we're just about to the image shift. You're gonna see it. It turns monochromatic. Really cool. guys were on their game animating this shit, man.
And all of this without one bit of AI. Let's go.
AI, no CG. What's that? Never heard of it.
AI could never. Which is interesting. I use AI for everything.
I use it. This is the image you see here. The Getter Robo is awesome. It's so
okay.
cool.
So Getter Robo, I'm literally copying and pasting a thank you movie sign, and I'm going to look that up right now.
See, that's why I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so disrespectful. I can't think of any other way to articulate my thoughts.
I didn't know it was that serious. I just thought the design was cool. And
It is cool. I'm so sorry. I'm shitting on you. I legitimately am.
Go for
but
it.
Let me just paint you an image. Like, Getter Robo fans are always seen as these like Chad dude bros, and so like a wrestler Getter Robo fan would be super hype. You know, Getter Robo fans would probably make you their god. But
oh shit! Yeah. Maybe I can make some gear and come out to that song. I mean, like literally, I can go to my next show and use that as my entrance theme.
That'd be awesome, man. So yeah, I mean, I can't. Promises aren't promises, of course, but they just have this kind of like dorky dude bro energy to them. They're really fun to talk to whenever because they speak entirely in memes. Like, dude, do you even believe in Getter? Like, yes, I do. It's like awesome. I'm like, I don't know what that means. But
so the cool thing about this is I can look up the sim files or whatever, but if it doesn't exist, I can just get the MP3 and then make one.
Yeah, it's called.
I'm actually working on some sort of like program that will let me like auto generate steps to songs, like making a waveform.
Okay.
Seeing what parts
sounds like AI,
what.
Friend.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn like with Python and shit like that, using existing charts that I like from other creators. Like there's a whole community of people that also make step charts. I could drop it in other communities that do step chart requests and see what they make of it. Getter Robot.
Getter Robo. But part of the artistic nature of me is that I like to think of things that are cool and what's not cool. And one of the biggest issues that I have with One Piece is that it's just so not cool. It's not cool looking at all. The characters look so dumb. JoJo looks cool. Getter Robo characters look cool. Gundam characters look cool. These guys look like dorks. Who is this guy? Luffy? I don't know about that. They don't have brand value. But the same thing can be said of a lot of other anime. Naruto characters have no brand value. They all look like dorks.
I've never seen an entire episode of One Piece, the anime, or Naruto, but I have seen the entirety of the Netflix One Piece.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. JoJo.
That's my only experience with it. I saw the Cowboy Bebop Netflix show also, but only 2 episodes.
Oof.
I was like, no.
Oof.
Do you fucks with Cowboy Bebop at all?
Yeah, the anime? Oh, hell yeah, that shit rocks.
So, in that same studio, they have Space Dandy, which is really good. Highly
Space Dandy
recommend.
was pretty cool. I like that one.
Space Dandy was awesome. And then there's also another one that's kind of more like Cowboy Bebop.
Samurai Champloo.
Hichiko, Champloo, that's also another good one. So many good ones. Wow, running down the list.
all the old stuff, man.
I keep trying to run to Hichiko and Michkin, I think it's called. It's really chill. It has that Samurai Champloo sound aesthetic, but also it has like a street vibe to it, like Cowboy Bebop. It's really cool. Highly recommend. Like everything they touch. And they apparently have a new OAV or whatever that just came out in another cast of characters or whatever. I'm interested to see what that's all about, but I never have time.
I get you, man. I have a hard time with stuff as well. Like it's hard to fit everything in. There's a couple
when you have
anime
like
I'm
what
working on.
800, 900 episodes of One Piece out there.
I just can't handle that, man. And no
It's like Final Fantasy
rotation
14.
at all.
When does the game get good? When does the story get good? Only after 800 hours, which is not a joke. It actually is a thing. It's an MMO, so obviously, but it's a lot of game to get through.
Hey, man, I am sorry, though, that I shit on Evangelion. I apologize. I do love your emblem, man. I just don't want to feel like I'm just throwing shit in your face. But...
No, absolutely not. That's why I put it out there. I like to talk about the things that I enjoy.
And I do have some guilty pleasure anime that are shit. They are shit. You know? Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm a huge fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! The English version is hot poop. I changed my mind after rewatching the entire thing in English because I had such fun memories of the English version. The English version is painful to watch. It hurts.
Are you usually a dub or a sub guy?
Usually subs. But then there are some legacy dubs that still hold up. Gundam still holds up. Its English dub still holds up.
You can tell the same Canadian studio does a lot of
oh yeah, I heard the same dude
conveyor
do a lot of
belt anime stuff, but like back in the day, it was different.
Like the dub of Ranma is good.
It is. I prefer the dub of Ranma, and then when I started watching the new version of it that dropped on Netflix, it took me a second to kind of get used to the new voice actors, but like obviously it's never going to be the same as it was. You have to, embrace the change.
Yeah, it was some good ass voices there.
So, are you familiar with Big O?
Yeah, Big O rules.
I fucking love Big O, and I can tell you why. That last episode was a fucking mind fuck, and it fucked with me real bad because I was super high when I watched it on Adult Swim.
See, I didn't watch it that young. Well, I didn't watch the entire thing. Like, I just watched a couple episodes, but I always remember getting hyped for it. So I'm like, I should finish it. I should watch it.
It was the peaks of my youth when I discovered weed, getting high, and watching Adult Swim. And Toonami. Toonami's my fucking jam. Put me on to so much shit.
Have you watched Ninja Kamui?
I have not, but have you seen Ninja Scroll?
I did. It's a fantastic anime.
Ninja Scroll was one of the OGs, the original back in the day for me. So what was the one that you said, Ninja what? Ninja Ghost?
Ninja Kamui is a recent one. And I know you and I both had the same revulsion. Recent one. Ooh. No, this one's good. This one's pretty hype. And it features the coolest life force in existence, and that is ninjas. Ninjas are the coolest. And what I hate about Naruto is that Naruto is ninja blackface. It is absolutely ninja blackface. Because it is the impression and imitation of ninjutsu, but utterly disrespectful.
Damn.
It doesn't understand how ninjas work. And it's a show about ninjas. It's the most famous show about ninjas. And it doesn't understand how they work. And this show does. This show gets how they work. Okay, this is it. This is the best fight scene ever.
Yeah, I can fucks with this. This looks hype.
Get back to what Demon Slayer looks like. You just died. There's so many dead people.
Look at this, bro. This shit looks crazy.
The ninja magic looking cool.
Damn! Yeah, this is amazing.
It's so cool.
Not the first person. Sheesh.
And that's why I love that shit so much. Is because that's not Naruto.
That was an excellent field trip.
Excellent. Because Naruto would never talk. He would show up and, whoever would buck up and then be instantly coming to blows. Ba-ba! Fighting. No. And, no. That's why Jotaro
I can fucks more with that kind of like... And sometimes my For You page, my vertical video treadmill will feed me some really cool, super edited, like, recent anime stuff. With some funk music in the background or whatever.
Yeah.
And it looks fucking awesome. like the thing of it is, like I'm still a weeb, obviously, but like when I was like,
oh, me too.
Growing up watching it and shit, like I had the time to sit through an episode where literally it was just a panning shot, a Ken Burns shot of an outside environment while they're having a voiceover, or a shot of the telephone pole with the electrical wires and the sound of the locust or whatever. I've always and forever will fucks with this super crazy looking, wild ass, dynamic pose shit. I love it.
Have you watched
Watch
JoJo?
that shit all day.
What are your thoughts on JoJo?
I'll be honest with you. The only JoJo that I've seen was the stuff that was playing on Adult Swim. I never had like a holding pattern watching it. It was just on when it was on. And I was always high when I watched it. So I couldn't tell you one thing about JoJo other than I saw one episode where they were playing chess. And it was really intense because they were like in their own heads talking to themselves a lot.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. It wasn't chess, but I know exactly what fight you're talking about. I don't think they play chess. But that's one that I know for a fact you'd like because it's weird and trippy too. And it's got, I know people are going to say Hunter x Hunter is better. I mean, artistically, it's got the best power mechanics. It has better superpowers than anything else. Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Marvel, better than Marvel. Better than all those dudes. And it's really fun how they use that. But yeah, I think you would really like JoJo.
I could put that on the to watch list. I have so much backlog of shit that I like want to play or want to watch.
Man, if it's anime, run it by me. I can cut out some of the filth.
Yeah, please. I need somebody that's been through the trenches so I can be like, is this worth it?
If someone's suggesting you watch, I don't know what, Jujutsu Kaisen, skip. Hard skip. Hard skip. Yeah, but watch Getter Robo. But yeah, it's a good one. It's a really hype one, and it's got different archetypes that I like. And one of them is that JoJo has a ninja, and he's a ninja who would pretty much beat any other anime character, and that's because he cheats in the best way. And that is that he has no interest in hearing you talk. So at any point during your hero speech, you just take one to the face. Well, Naruto.
See, I can rocks with that because there's definitely a lot of hero speeches in anime.
Exactly.
You can run down the list.
And he goes for a knockout blow most of the time. He looks to put you on your ass instantly. So if he was talking to Naruto, it's like, I used to be like blah blah blah, bam, into the ground. And so that fight has altered automatically because you came into this whenever they do the anime verses. They're like, well, they would square up and do their intros and they would trade power blast. No, JoJo's knocking your ass out instantly. He's done. He's not playing these games with you. And that's why it's like, dude, I rock with him so hard. He's far more of a ninja than any character in Naruto. Bam! Shut up!
That's it's some silly joke I saw on the internet. It was like a stupid text that I saw. It was like, I didn't see you at ninja class yesterday.
Yeah.
And the student was like, good.
Exactly.
Well played.
Ask a Ninja revolutionized ninja humor, because ninja humor has always existed. Chuck Norris humor is actually ninja humor. Ninja humor kind of predates it. But it was always just like hyper-violent, stupid shit. And that's what his whole thing was. And there was one time, but they would also lean into the character of who ninjas were. And that one that you mentioned, I didn't see you at ninja school. There was a question one time asked him, he said, who was the greatest ninja of all time and what did he do? And the guy responded with, we don't know, and we don't know. And that's why he's the greatest.
I could see it.
Ninjas are the coolest. Better than pirates. I admit that contaminates a little bit. It was like, Luffy, he's a pirate. JoJo's cool. He's a ninja. Ryoma's a ninja.
Do you fucks with anything from like Studio Trigger or like
What do they do?
Speaking of like absurd crazy shit.
What's some of their stuff they've done? What's Trigger?
Kill la Kill is one. They kind of subvert the the anime trope of like fan service all the time by of course having a lot of fan service in it. That's really the only one that I can pull from Studio Trigger, but I also really used to fucks with FLCL, which was like one of the quintessential like Toonami Adult Swim animes.
I thought that show looked dumb, so I skipped it, and I know I missed something good. I need to go back and watch it.
Brother, it's a breeze too. It's only 6 episodes or 6, videos or whatever. Adult Swim for a little bit during one summer had a marathon where they would just play all episodes back to back to back to back. And I found myself just sitting there getting high, and before I knew it, I mean, obviously, I was
Screw
high
this, dude.
the whole
Let's
night.
share videos. Well, show me a video that you want to show me.
Let me see here. But
You're describing videos. Let's see them. Let's see them.
Let's see here. Let me do some FLCL here. But yeah, I mean, there was an entire marathon of Furikuri, which was on Toonami. And
Yes.
before I knew it, the 6 episodes were over, and I was like, "Damn!" The ones that came afterward were kind of lame. I didn't follow up on it, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should watch it. I just didn't like it at first. I probably just gave it a hard
you
pass.
probably, I can tell you why you probably won't like it, and it is because it is from the studio that did Neon Genesis Evangelion, Studio Gainax.
Yeah, that'll probably do it.
Yeah, it came
What other
to me
stuff
as I
have they
was
done? They
finding
had
the
to have done
link.
something good.
I was like, let me see here. Am I able to drop links in the chat? There it is. That's the Toonami bump. On the live streams on my channel, like I said, everything that I say and everything that you see on my streams and all my content is not original thoughts. It's just piecemeal things that I've plucked up along.
I don't
the
see
way
a link,
along
man.
my life. And then what's that?
I don't see a link.
Oh, okay. Same thing. I have it in my chat. I don't allow the links to pop up. Let me see here.
Okay, let me get the Discord out. But continue with what you're
here we
saying.
go. Yeah. So, I lost my train of thought. Quick chat help.
The bumper of
Yes,
Furikuri.
thanks. The link that I'm sending is the bump that Toonami made for FLCL, and the one thing that my channel has is nothing but references to the early 2000s Toonami, early 2000s Adult
That's my
Swim
man.
vibe.
Dude, I feel like we're
that
like
was-
the same age or something, because you and I have the same memories. Dude,
I
Toonami
am
was my shit,
Phil's
man.
age. Don't tell anybody.
You're Phil's age?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's this link at?
All right, there you go. I had to open up. There we go.
Okay, well, let's see this. Lord Diaz. What's with this PWR dude? What's his story? Is he?
Oh my
is
God,
he
he's
mentally
actually live
retarded?
right now.
Is he retarded?
There's been new developments actually, and it puts a lot of things.
Okay, well, post me a link to that
things in
too.
perspective.
Nothing amazing.
We're doing Clips channel. Phil, this is how you do a Clips channel.
Nothing amazing.
Naoto was an ordinary boy living in an ordinary town with an ordinary life.
What are you doing? Homework.
Until an encounter with a mysterious stranger and her bass guitar changed everything.
Guess I better hit him again.
The portal in his head and the robots coming out of it are the least of his problems. And besides battling a space patrol officer, the Department of Interstellar Immigration,
Yeah, this looks
and
cool.
Medical Mechanica, he's still got to work through the biggest challenge of all. Puberty.
I should teach you how to be a man, Taku.
Oh, that's gonna be some rough shit.
Toonami is proud to present
The soundtrack
one of
is
the
also
greatest anime series
legendary.
of all time. Finally, where it belongs. Fooly Cooley. Next Saturday night at 2:30. Think smooth. Only Toonami on Adult Swim.
Highly recommend. If anything, highly recommend Furikuri. The soundtrack
What all do I
alone,
have to
it will be
watch?
stuck in your head for years after.
See, Fooly Cooley. I need to watch that. I need to finish Steins Gate. I need to finish what's it called? Code Geass. Let me finish those. Alright, I'll watch that one. That one looks cool. You want I'm gonna show a Gundam clip. Let's see.
Shout out to all my elder millennials out there staying up till 2 a.m. and getting woken up by the Inuyasha end theme.
Oh dude, Inuyasha ruled, man. Inuyasha was so
Brother,
damn
back
good.
in the day, I was playing EverQuest on PlayStation 2, getting high, and watching Adult Swim on a loop. They had it go twice, the block of TV.
That's what's up, man.
So you'd watch the same episode of Inuyasha twice.
This is, in my opinion, tied with Armored Core 4 Answer as best video game intro at all time.
Casper, it was. We had 4 TVs, and these weren't flat screens either. 3 PlayStation 2s, 3 copies of EverQuest, and then 1 TV with Adult Swim on it.
Dude, that's almost like those immersion rooms that they have with the YouTube videos, like lo-fi games at night. Like it's just got some
hell
music
yeah!
in the game. That's cool.
That's exactly what it was.
That's
and we had a ring that we built in the backyard.
That's what these rooms are based on when I go to the different rooms of Planet Mecha Ninja. Like, for example, this is just always a room I thought would look cool. It's hanging out here.
Being set.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it kind of has the same vibe. It has big open windows. It's not accurate to the anime, but I was like, it's in the same vein of it.
This is young. Because Gundam does so many different things. It not only does weird, trippy stories, but also does like Mecha World War II. So yeah, the One-Year War is considered basically analogous to World War II. So you got these kind of boomer tech tanks and stuff. And Ziyama boys, dude, they have such cool aesthetic. Except the pipes. The pipes are cool.
Look at these production values, bro. I love how this shit looks.
It looks damn good still. Man, they put some effort into this shit.
Shout out to all my Evercrack babies. Look at this, dude. Come on now.
Man, tanks and shit. They fought alongside tanks.
If this is the shit that she rocks with, like, you would really love Xenogears.
Xenogears. What is that on?
It's
What kind of
the same sound. It's the same, like, I'm getting a lot of Xenogears vibes with this. It does have a tint of anime weeb shit in it, too.
Yes. It does the posing. I like how these things are considered kind of mundane. They're not even really that special. It's just these robots. This is the first war. This is the first war that the series captures. The One-Year War. Birth of mobile suit technology.
Are the mechs practicing trigger discipline?
Yeah. Yeah, because you got to scope the range of the mech. It's just like using it with tanks. You got to do trials with tanks.
For some reason, now all of a sudden I'm thinking about Zone of Enders,
Zone
the
of
Hideo
Enders.
Kojima game. Also a lot of mechs in that.
Yeah, that game looks pretty hype. I own it somewhere. I got to play it. What's another video you want to show me?
10 out of 10. Let's peruse the old... I watch a bunch of dumb shit on the internet. I have like a playlist of like fucked up shit to watch if I'm high.
Oh god. Like what fucked up?
Not like gore or shit like that, or people dying, getting hit by trains and shit, because I see enough of that on my Twitter timeline for whatever reason.
Oh,
I
rough.
wake up, the first thing I see is, here's a compilation of a bunch of Indian people getting hit by trains. And I'm like, okay.
Just mute the word trains, man. You don't need to hear that shit.
Let's see. I got my playlist over here. Sometimes
Also, what Gundam does is it has some of the greatest characters ever. Like they do a good job with their characters. And I think you as a wrestler would appreciate some of their character dynamics they have.
Hey, let's go.
What are you up to over there?
So what is your gauge and what is your temperature on pro wrestling and pro wrestling?
Okay, yeah, this subject was supposed to come up. I'll be real with you, and I'm going to be honest with everyone. When I grew up, I was of the camp that wrestling was gay. That's what I thought when I was a kid. I was like, oh, that shit's gay. You got a bunch of sweaty men all grabbing on each other. What the fuck? but you know, it was. the generalized homophobia we all have. But now I didn't learn until recently, because I always thought that, well, yeah, wrestling's fake and stupid, but I didn't realize that what it was theater. It wasn't reality TV. It was like you had these archetypes of characters, and they played different roles. You had the villain, you had the anti-heroes and whatnot. And so I appreciated it for that, but I could never get into it. But I love the meme of it. I love the idea that they go up there and they do their speech and they announce their intention and I'm Hannibal. No, what was it? I am Hamlet. I'm pissed off that my mother has married my uncle. You know, it's a soliloquy. They're just giving soliloquies up there. That's pretty hype.
It's very, very athletic theater kids, and I think I absolutely agree. Like, I'll be the first person to tell you that pro wrestling is stupid. It's like it is so silly that it has become such a ingrained part of the zeitgeist and culture. There's, everybody can immediately flip on the switch and go into pro wrestler mode. And the crazy thing about going into pro wrestler mode is and this is going to sound weird trying to put it up on a pedestal and make it Shakespeare, because it obviously isn't. But wrestling is like quintessential storytelling and such. Like, you got the good guy, you got the bad guy. There's going to be a conflict. Conflict is the appeal, but it's safe conflict because we know we're all in on the joke or on the thing.
Yeah, someone will get elbow dropped, but it'll be all right. He'll be fine.
And it's a production, no doubt. But on the same coin, it hurts like a motherfucker.
Oh,
and
definitely.
people that are in professional wrestling, and I have, no problem saying this out loud because it's absolutely true. And I feel like after doing this for such a long time, I have the equity to be able to say this statement. I've never seen a more demented, a more disturbed, or a more dependent group of people than I have through with professional wrestling. Strong personalities, people who really believe the shit, who really take it super seriously. When I first came in, I was coming in on the back end when things were like still, Attitude Era, unprotected chair shots to the head. You don't put your hands up, you'll be a pussy. You got to put this needle in your butt in order to, look the part. So you're not just some scrub that we throw out there.
Yeah, we're not pulling
It's
our
a very
punches. You're getting hit.
self-destructive industry, and it's a meat grinder. People, you have to be a very different type of person in order to put up, essentially, with professional wrestling and put in all the effort and time and money that you do in the professional wrestling, because a lot of the time the juice will never be worth the squeeze. But, a lot of people see professional wrestling and they take it for what it is. And I kind of look at it a little bit differently, obviously, because I'm a professional wrestler, but there's a lot of production that goes on behind the scenes behind it. There's a lot of things that you don't really think about when you're watching a pro wrestling show that are intentionally done that way. Professional wrestling has enabled me to kind of see propaganda in a way in the wider world. I also think like professional wrestling holds a mirror up to society, to what's going on in the world, because you'll always see like characters like, oh, I'm not from here, my culture's different than yours, boo, I hate that, or I'm going to say this thing that I know is going to get people riled up, and people know that they're going to get riled up, and then it turns into a contest, like who can get the people pissed off more, and then it gets into a whole different level where it comes to, how can I get people out in the crowd want to fight me, like legit? Mm-hmm. And it's all like a carny, smoke and mirrors carnival act.
You're
different towns, we
as
go
a
to different buildings. We work with different characters. We have people that come in that we work with. It's it's only so many spots on a show, so you have to politic in order to get good spots. You have to maintain your appearance. You have to, not get hurt. If you get hurt, then you're off the show, and then somebody else has an opportunity to take your spot by, connecting with the fans more. There's sometimes sabotage that happens where people don't want to see you succeed, so they'll go out of their way to kind of subvert, things and make you look like a shithead. So I think the horizontal progression from pro wrestling to being a detractor is actually like very, very easy to do. It's like modern day Jerry. It's like Jerry Springer shit, you know. I'm sorry, I went on a tangent.
No, man, I admire the work you do. You put a lot of effort into this shit.
I appreciate that. PWR does cut a good promo, actually. Robot Gorilla Man. To his, you know, he is somewhat charismatic, and it's you know, listening to him is definitely more interesting than listening to Phil talk.
All right, you want to cut promos? Should I cut a promo?
Yeah, go for it. If you could turn Phil down just a smidge. I'm sorry for keep asking.
No, you're cool, man.
I want to make sure I'm hearing what you're saying, because like during the Gundam videos and during the videos
it was
we were
too
watching,
loud, man.
I
I'm
literally
sorry.
couldn't hear a word that you were saying. I was trying to make it out.
No, I'm sorry about that. I got too hyped about Gundam, man. I love Gundam.
Sequence, one of my favorite promos to say is, and this is what I always tell people that are coming up, if you don't know what to do when you're cutting a promo, it's super easy to think who, when, what, where, why. Who are you? What are you doing here? Why are you here? And you essentially have your promo. And I always like to tell people coming up, if they're going to cut a promo and they don't know like what their voice is, to cut promos in the car on the way to shows, because sometimes we got to do like 2 or 3 hour drives. Ample time to just sit there and riff off of each other. And here's a pro tip for all of my aspiring pro wrestlers out there that want to cut promos. If you're cutting a promo on somebody, like let's just say for an example, we're going to have a little promo war here on the stream, like a friendly banter back and forth. Instead of me saying, oh, Len the Deranged, you're sitting over there with that floating head, swinging that twig around, you think you're real tough? Well, let me tell you this, you may have beaten some people in the past, you may have left a wake of bodies behind you, but you've never stepped to someone like me. And I'm going to pause. Instead of me telling him he's a clown, he's a bum, you know, he sucks, XYZ, whatever, I said how great Linda Deranged was. I put him over in a backwards compliment kind of way. Because think of it like this.
Okay, I'm listening.
If I had a match with Linda Deranged after this promo, because of course the promo wouldn't happen unless there's a payoff. We wouldn't be sitting here talking shit to each other unless there was going to be a payoff, aka a match.
Okay.
And if I'm really running my mouth and I'm really running him down, then when people come out to see Linda Deranged versus Lord Diaz in the ring, there's actually some stakes.
Okay.
So here I am, building up the fact that Linda Deranged has slain a many, has laid them all out, has left a wake of destruction in his path.
Okay.
But he's never stepped to me. Well, that's putting him over, saying he's legitimate. He's taken out some people. But once you get to me, that's going to be it. If I just sat there and said he was a bum and he sucks and all that, if I beat him in that match, who cares? I beat a bum. I said he sucked and then I beat him. But if I beat Linda Deranged, who has defeated all of these people before me, then that gives me a little bit of a shine, a little bit of a rub. Same thing with Len. So instead of Len saying, oh, Diaz, you're short, you fucking suck, XYZ, whatever, you know, he could say, you know, you've been light heavyweight champion for 4 years and defended against the best that the area has to offer and stuff like that. But I'm going to take that championship from you and beat the 4-year record, which, by the way, is actually a thing that happened. I was a champion for 4 years.
That's what's up, man.
So it's all about, again, building up the person that you're doing business with so that you can make money, so that you can build interest. So it's not just as simple as, oh,
Yeah.
DSP, you suck, XYZ, blah, 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 blah. It's, you know, DSP's all successful. He's been doing this for 17 years. And, you know, DSP kind of falls into it. He cuts promos all the time, you know, and you're going to like it, you know?
Okay, that's the one thing I like about you knights. That's what your archetype is. You're a knight. Because knights do that. They announce their manner. They announce what flag they're fighting, their country and whatnot. They're the original wrestlers. They would cut their promos from across the field and then, villagers nearby would be like, hey, let's check this shit out. Looks like they're fighting.
Oh shit! Never really thought of it like that. That's
yeah,
cool.
So you were building, and then after a couple of wins, you'd be Knight Lord Diaz of Saxony, and then the other one would have to talk shit on you. Yeah, okay. That's a pretty cool system. So yeah, you want to build each other up so that you can kick the other's ass. Okay.
Pretty much. I mean, there's so much more going on behind the scenes.
I guess I had never
that
thought
kind
about
of makes
it
you
that
think.
way.
And I do like the again, I'm going to use the word propaganda to it, because obviously, if you want to get a moniker over, if you want to get a catchphrase over, if you want to get a story over, which is more kayfabe talk, by the way. Over means like, getting it to resonate with your audience, with your crowd.
Okay.
I could say like, oh shit, I fucking lost it. Help! I really lost it. I'm gonna have to come back to it.
I wonder what kind of shit I'd talk if I was a wrestler. Because I'm just an art dude. I guess I could cut my promo against, like anime fans in general. I think that'd be a good promo.
You were cutting a pretty good promo against Evangelion fans.
Oh, those dudes. Okay. Well, it's gonna be it's gonna be pretty mean. But
look, I didn't know that the beef between Evangelion and Gundam.
Hey, there's no beef, man. There's no beef.
That deep.
We're not mad at you guys. You just peed your pants. That's all. But I would be like, so you Eva fans, you think you're so smart with your subversion? Well, I got a subversion for you. Your show sucks. It's terrible. Other shows did everything you did, but 10 times better. You think Amuro is a hero? I know Amuro. According to the manga Beltorchica's Children, he regularly wakes up in night terrors screaming. So don't give me your bullshit. Stop saying things that are just wrong, Like it created, unlike other mecha, it focuses on the pilots. Fuck you. Love it. Anything better than that one right there, but
10 out of 10. Perfect. Yeah. No notes.
Now, when I see you at the anime wrestling convention, which is weird to be a thing.
Oh, it absolutely is a thing. There's actually, there's a cosplay wrestling promotion where people dress up as anime characters, like video game characters.
Because Jotaro's not a wrestler. He just knock you to the ground mid-speech. I guess he'd be kind of Attitude Era, I guess.
The Attitude Era was such the wild, wild west, and I think this was more like, I mean, it's currently running right now. They have like a character. I see her on my timeline all the time. She has like this Morgan from Vampire Saviors outfit, and she's doing like the viral videos and stuff like that. It doesn't hurt that she's like pretty to look at, but it's like it's permeated. Like Robot Gorilla Man said that they're not even a wrestling fan, but Joe Hendry is somebody that is on his radar, and that's because he does the silliest thing. You say his name and he appears, and that's another thing that I think is so crazy about wrestling. It makes everybody suspend their disbelief about something, and then everybody's in on the joke. It's like how Triple P and DSP were blatantly just like, let's get some subs. Now he's completely adopted it into his own content, just stark begging for money. It's like, guys, you're all in on the joke, right? You're gonna give me money, right?
It's sad. DSP was a mark.
And he is the biggest mark to ever. And that's another thing, too. Being a professional wrestler, you kind of see marks. Which is funny because in being a professional wrestler is probably being one of the biggest marks ever, because you dedicate so much of your time and effort to it. So it's like, who's the real mark if you're if you're not spending thousands of dollars on gear to wrestle maybe 2 minutes in a match with 8 other people with a 8-minute timeline, curtain to curtain.
Yeah, you gotta move fast, huh? You know who would cut promos? Except he kind of wouldn't. I don't know, I'm making him. Robo would cut promos. Robo would cut promos with everyone if he had the ability to. He's just such a weird alpha Chad anime character. Like, oh, you
I know
monsters!
Cyrax can cut a mean promo. It's weird how all these locales kind of fall into those trappings where it's like, oh, I'm gonna cut a promo on Music Biz Marty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cut
Chris
a
Chan was
promo on my
doing those.
detractors.
Is that just what makes a locale? Is that they do promos? Because that's what Chris Chan did.
Chris Chan, when Chris Chan was in their prime, when they were spurging out about getting all of their information off the internet, yelling at the camera like it was actually going to do something. Prime Chris Chan, they're all drugged up right now, doing whatever the fuck on their streams now.
Okay. Do you have a favorite Chris Chan promo? Because this is my favorite. This is my favorite Chris Chan.
Yeah, give me yours.
Calling all trolls. Calling
Let's
all
go!
trolls. We are at war. This is war. I will not stand idly by while you take heed and curse my friends and my family. For you have dishonored me. And I will not stand for it. As I stand upon my native Cherokee heritage,
Jesus.
I will hunt you down, you damn dirty trolls. This is war.
Bro.
Down your wares and bring yourselves unto me. I will hunt you down and really smite thee. You have been warned with the Cherokee ancestry. How?
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
It's the best one, man.
I'm dead, bro. I'm dead. Ugh.
Do you think you would ever be willing to get up and cut that promo word for word at wrestling?
The crazy thing about so the problem is with wrestling. Wrestling is super niche, and detracting in locales is even more niche. So, and I get told this all the time. I keep presenting creative ideas for myself and other people, and I'm always met with, this is one of your niche internet things, isn't it? And I'll be like, I mean, maybe, but like, trust me, if there was a clip of it, it would go through the community and people would put it up. It would be a nice little, like, I'm trying to do the Venn diagram blending again, because there is a lot of crossover. Obviously, because DSP loves WWE champions, and I think he's fucking lying. I think he still watches The Modern Product.
He just has it all in the background. He's not paying attention to it.
He's got it on his tablet or whatever. I know PWR ain't watching that shit. He perpetually lives in the past.
Well, I think that's a character wasted. I think that, yes, it would be a niche internet thing. Yes, 100 people would find it funny tops. However, a lot of other people are just going to say, wow, what an interesting, weird character. He just says things are toxic and negative, and then chooses thumb. He's kind of weird.
I was making a point when people come through on the live streams and I'm watching DSP and they're like, who's this guy? And I'm like, oh, you've never seen him before? Just stick around for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
And then tell me what you think. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not going to poison the well. And 10 times out of 10, it's, this guy fucking sucks.
Frenzy again. It's been frenzy every fight, every race. What? I couldn't even see.
I love how we haven't said one thing about what Phil's got going on this, by the way.
Nothing I could. There's no way my car could have made that slide.
Here, I got you. This is the promo that I was talking about.
Oh, this one. Oh, this is a fantastic one.
Classic.
You never get any good
This does not even deserve a captain's log introduction, because this is dead serious. The incident outside Flora did a few months ago in my house. Everyone heard it. My mother and my father are angry at me. They're blaming me. It's my fault. I admit it's my fault. I want everything about my house off the internet.
Tell him,
I'll
Chris.
send in detectives. I'll send in police. I'll send in everything in my power to get it off the internet.
Listen to me.
Yes.
Listen to me.
Yes.
Shut that goddamn thing off. I don't care what you do. You get all that stuff off of there tonight.
I'm working on
Poor
it.
Bob, man.
Go
He had no
work
idea
on
how
it.
any of this
I
shit
am
worked.
He's cutting the promo, bro.
Do you realize something? Let me tell you. If the health department of Greene County
They'll body slam me, son.
sees those videos that you put on the damn internet, they
Chris
could condemn our
uploaded
house,
this.
and we would have to move out of it.
Not a millionaire, man.
I see.
You go get that goddamn stuff off of there and fast.
I'm working on it. I was making a YouTube video for you to tell everybody to get the images off of the internet. It's not
You know what
under
Group Train is?
control.
He's girly with that
Get 'em
mower,
off.
Larry. He's just
It's
this kind of
under
weird
control. I
dumb
don't know
dude.
where to go. I
That
don't know where to go.
accent.
them up there, you
He lives in
unload.
Virginia,
I'm
right?
working on it.
Yeah.
Go do it.
I am doing it.
Could
I'm
definitely
sorry.
Get in
tell.
the hair and do it.
I,
I'll be up all night with you if I have to. You won't get any sleep for that stuff.
I'm working on it.
Get in there and start.
I'm working on it. Let me do this stupid video so I can tell everybody at my command to get everything, help me get everything off the internet about
Sorry,
our
that was
house.
really loud.
I don't want to get kicked out of my house by the health department.
Maybe you should
What
clean your
just
fucking
did was
house
stick
then.
a knife in our back and kill us.
Damn.
Alright, let me just...
Get that stuff off of there.
I'm
Get it off of there fast.
I'm working on it.
They're working
I'm
on it.
working on it. So yeah, please get everything off of the internet now, 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 now!
I'm working on it.
Curse the trolls.
Jesus.
Peace to everybody else.
Curse Jehovah. You know, we need to get those dudes at those, like, who would win between character things. We need to get one of their ear and say, hey, guys, can you do one on Christian versus DSP?
Oh my God, DSP outlives another one. it's a shutout.
What a hero.
All Christian has is their pepper spray.
Don't call the police.
Super Sentai guy. You don't know who Christian is? Oh my goodness.
So, yeah, I saw about this. I heard when this happened that apparently Smiling Friends, I believe it's called.
Yes!
They referenced this.
Every code in the books. You really thought it was legal to build a giant yellow smiley face between two buildings?
I don't know.
Do you realize? Do you realize something? If we fail this inspection, we could lose our office and we'd have to move out of it?
No.
Go work on it.
I am
Do
working.
you realize?
Oh
Do
my
you
God.
realize something? Let me tell you. If the health department of Greene County sees
That's
those
pretty
videos
amazing that there's a Christian reference
that
in,
you
in
put
some
on
piece of
internet,
media.
they could
I
condemn
mean,
our house, and we would have to move out
This
of
shit
it.
has permeated like everywhere.
We got to get the eat it with a spoon rant in Smiling Friends.
I'm trying to figure out how I can implement spoons into like a promo. We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh my god, this is fucking garbage. It really is.
I don't know, maybe like have arms, like spoons on your arm tattoo. You're like, I'm gonna make you eat it with a spoon, and that's my arm, you know? I could see something like that.
So me and my tag partner Mark Brutal,
Okay.
when we have matches, he's also
the
like, he's a
illustrious
legitimate
Brutal fame.
fighter. He's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, but he also dabbles in the detractor stuff as a tag team. We're called the Detractors, and when we're in matches, I'll be on the apron, and a lot of the times I'll tell him to start mashing jab, and that's like his mount and ground and pound. So we'll try to break each other. We'll keep dropping references when we're in the middle of our matches together.
That's awesome. You guys are cool. I'm a huge fan of
Mark
the
Brutal's a
Detractors.
legitimate fighter, bro. He's like I think PWR was talking about like trying to fight us because of course he did because he's a schizo. He was trying to like say that he was like a boxer or something like that. Well, interestingly enough, Mark Brutal actually does this shit. He's pretty good at it too. So
imagine. That's awesome. You guys are cool.
Why, thank you. I'm trying to find. I'm scrolling through like some videos that I could share, but I don't know if you. This is so spicy. There's one locale that I showed on my channel once, and it was so revolting that I turned it off. I was like, this person's too much. I like the people watch. I like the locale watch, but this person, I didn't know if they were just saying this wild shit to be like contrarian, to say the most vile shit, or if they really believe it.
What was it?
It's disgusting. Dylan, has anybody heard of Dylan Vega? It's a very obscure one. Very obscure locale.
What do you do?
You're going to have to watch it on your own time, because if you put it up on this, you're probably going to lose your channel. That's how crazy it was.
Well, tell me what he does, please.
TOS.
All right. Dylan Vega, huh? I hope he ate pig shit or something. Uh-oh.
Well, if you're going to look it up, I'll get you the quintessential one.
Gundam's cool.
It's kind of crazy. The channel is actually been a little bit more about the people that are around DSP more than DSP himself nowadays. All of the people that end up giving Phil money and then turns out that they're freaks.
Yep. DSP is... I'm going to be as dark as possible with you, DSP. DSP is dead. This man is dead. And what you're witnessing now is spastic automatic electrical muscle activity. That, you know, sometimes when people die, they might twitch for a second. That's just leftover electrical energy in their body. That's all you're witnessing with Phil. It's just weird twitches as he's dead. This guy is done with everything. He's not even interesting anymore. He's not the star of the show anymore. No one really cares about this dude anymore. He's extinct.
Animated corpse.
The only time he spazzes out is whenever you see one of those muscle twitches where you get a weird-ass rant out of nowhere. But other than that, he's done.
He does have some serious eye twitching going on. I have no idea. He needs to see a doctor.
Well, man, it's falling apart at the seams, man. How long do you see DSP loading?
This is an easy watch. Here we go.
How long do you see DSP loading?
It's a quick one.
I'm going to put it this way. When I first started watching DSP, I think it was in 2019 or 2020. I thought that dude was going to not look this old by now. I thought, oh, he'll probably maintain his age for a little bit. Dude looks like he's 70.
He said he's aging gracefully, dude.
I mean, I'm getting some gray hairs, but I still have kind of a youthfulness to my face. I'm still not wrinkled. This dude is sagging. It's wild.
Do you drink coffee every morning?
No, I don't drink coffee. Coffee's disgusting.
Oh, shit. Let's go. Okay. I always throw coconut oil in my coffee because it's good for your hair, skin, and nails.
Coconut oil is good.
I'm not a spring chicken myself, but like I ain't looking like Phil. At least I try not to be.
I wish I could just go bald, because that's what I'm balding. And my frustration, I'm not going to take out my hat, because legitimately, that's why I never gave Keemstar shit for wearing it. I was like, dude, yeah, if you want to cover it, you can cover it. But like, I wish that I could just go full Uncle Phil, because then you could kind of like style it. But instead, I just have like a really shitty patchy network up there. I'm like, man, all you get out of here, you know? I always think it'd be cool.
I should be happy that I'm going gray instead of going bald. I can thank my dad for that, I guess. Thanks for the genetics.
Yeah. I wish I would have gone gray. I think gray hair looks cool. So like, yeah.
Back when I had long hair and it was growing, and it was going gray, it actually was pretty cool, I thought, but it's a lot less work, a lot less shampoo needed.
Zero. Not a single person has contributed since I started playing Sonic. So I'm going to go on break and come back.
Who talks to their fucking audience like this? This is okay. You were telling me what's the thing that pisses me off about Phil when he does this.
Oh yeah,
that's one of the things for sure. The way that he condescendingly says these things out loud, like, "Oh, it's nobody gonna tip." It's been a fucking hour. Like, fuck you, dude. Like, I'm getting aggro. Just thinking about it, just seeing it's making me aggro at it.
Okay, so I'm gonna do something weird here. I kind of do have these moments where I feel legitimately bad for his viewers. It's like no one should be talked to like this. No one should be allowed to talk to people like this, man. This dude should get smacked.
Yeah, no, he ain't gonna say that in front of anybody else, like in real life. He has that shield, that sword and shield of the mouse and the keyboard.
Yeah, he bans you. You have no voice against him. He's just this pathetic, petty dictator.
He would never say this shit in LTG's face. He'd smack his shit out from the start.
I'm wondering what LTG is going to fall apart too. He's starting to lose his hair. He's hiding it, but people have figured it out.
So am I to understand that you're like the LTG guy? Like you're the go-to for the LTG stuff?
I pride myself in that. Yeah, I pretty much am, I think.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, because that's where I got my start. I started with LTG.
Okay.
My best friend.
Yeah, I think I caught that from another stream somewhere, and I was going to make a point to bring it up, but I was like, I was high.
That's what's up. It kind of gives you unique insights into stuff like that. Yeah.
So what's the thing about LTG that kind of like got you pulled in? How did you get pulled into his orbit?
Well, initially I got pulled in because of the Rage compilations. Watching those were a blast, dude. And my best friend, which is awesome because my best friend is black, so I could just always say my best friend who happens to be black. You know, I've run this all by him. And he thinks it's super corny, like, oh, God. Nerd. But he showed him to me, and I was like a little nervous at first because LTG just kept screaming the N-word. And I'm like, is this acceptable? This sounds angrier than normal. And he was like, no, dude, this shit is funny as hell to us. This dude's a loser. And so I kind of relaxed a little bit about it. But yeah, I was so infatuated with the way that he would scream at people and how it would kind of reveal weird things about his personality. Like, he'd be like, you guys aren't men. You don't know how to care for women. It's like, okay, so you've got some insecurities about that. I see. Why would you try and weaponize that against other people unless you had the issue?
Yeah, where's this coming from?
But yeah, so these things I found fascinating and found amusing. And I would kind of build up this weird profile of him. Well, eventually I ran out of videos for LTG, and that's something you only encounter with him, because eventually he starts deleting a shit ton of videos. He gets them all taken down. And so I kept getting recommended DSP Rage. I was like, who the hell is DSP? He's just some white dude. I'm looking for the visceral crazy. This guy looks, I don't know, tame. Well, eventually I watched him, and I was like, holy shit. It's crazy.
He definitely has his own flavor.
What the fuck, dude? It's like, oh.
His own flavor of rage. It's like the bitter old man rage.
Yes.
He's just whining and complaining.
Just this brat. That's the best way I can describe DSP. He's a brat. An old brat.
Spoiled rotten. He's the only child, right?
Yeah. He said he had a sister, sort of, basically a cousin that they treated like a sister, but I don't know how.
Right. But they don't really talk about her, so obviously something terrible happened.
Yeah, I think she did drugs, and for DSP that made her subhuman.
Oh shit, not Jenna. Wait a minute.
No, I think DSP. I would love to get high with DSP. Because if you could just break through DSP's paranoia, I wish DSP could just be honest with me. It's like, all right, what do you really think of the detractors? I wish you guys would fucking leave me alone. I can't win. Just stop for one day. Like, dude.
It's constant with him. Like, if I woke up every day knowing that there's an entire group of people online that, like, pretty much just shit on me, like, that's really, like, that really fucks with your mental.
It does,
but like
man.
He invites it all on himself. I feel like he welcomes it. I think he wants the attention. I think
it's validating.
Yeah, because it proves of his. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling all over my shit. It's proof of his existence. Like it doesn't matter if it's negative attention. It's attention.
Yep.
So like I'm sure if it was anybody else, and I mean we've seen stories of this where. people just they get the attention that they're looking for, and then all of a sudden everybody's in on their shit, and then they like kind of get scared and run away.
Yep.
But like Phil, like every day, it's like he has to look over his shoulder, thinking, "Oh my God, is there like somebody after me?" He he can schizo post like PWR did, thinking that his neighbors upstairs were yelling and screaming about him when he was all, you know.
Do you think that
drugged
DSP
up
is legitimately
stupor? Excuse me.
Do you guys think that DSP is legitimately scared of us? Because I'm willing to bet he isn't actually scared of us. I think he knows that he kind of has to do this to sell the illusion of imminent peril to Beg.
Yes, he loves being the victim.
Yeah.
I think he loves being in this position, and that's why he's always like antagonizing. I'm not gonna say us, but I'm just saying like antagonizing people.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like he's getting the attention that he wants, and we're giving it to him. So it's like he's talking about suffocating or starving the detractors by not giving them content. Well, dumbass motherfucker, you're just doing it right now.
Yep.
Giving us the content. Thanks, dummy. Like, I don't talk about PWR until he starts running his dumbass mouth about me. And then I cover it. And then he gets mad. And then he talks about it. And then I cover that. And that's why he's the infinite content glitch.
Yeah. You can just shit talk each other all day. That's awesome. I wish I could bully Phil. I'd love to bully Phil. But I also would like to kind of... is there ever a time period in your life where you would have been friends with Phil?
No. Well...
I
look,
would be.
I was bullied when I was little. I was terribly bullied as a child. But if I met my younger self, like current day, I would bully that person too. And I think it works. I think bullying works because if it wasn't for us saying that his setup sucked, he wouldn't get a new setup. Or, you know, all of the stuff, all of the improvements that he always likes to go on about is a direct response to criticisms of him by detractors.
Yeah. He wouldn't exist without us.
Like, yeah, like he's being propped up by like, I don't know, 2 or 3 people, and it amazes me to this day how people like legitimately find. Well, I mean, it doesn't really like. Again, in professional wrestling, you need to know your audience, and a lot of the times, people overcomplicate things when you really only need to give them like the basics. Yeah. It's not Shakespeare, so it's like you have to know your audience. You have to give the people what they want, and apparently, all of us, for some reason or another, go to Phil to, you know, find entertainment, and it's not the entertainment that he's looking to present as. Like, I've never understood the culture of like hate watching or pocket watching or whatever it's called, but like I've found myself doing it like so much, which is crazy to think and crazy to say out loud because like, should I be spending this time like watching something a little bit more productive? Like, it's better than like, I guess, doom scrolling or watching the news or something like that.
Yeah, but only barely. But you're right. That's why I've given a lot of thought, and I think I'm just gonna go stick with just the Going Greens from now on. And the reason why is because this dude has wasted enough of my time. And yeah, I've really been enjoying doing some of my other work and art outside of this guy.
Here.
And it's because he's just so negative now. I used to love Phil. Like, legitimately, I would have been friends with Phil if certain timeline events had happened. Because I found his dumb, dorky energy kind of charming sometimes. Back when he's drunk and falling off his couch, dude, I would have hung out with that dude. Like, hey, what's up, Phil? What are you playing? I'm playing Splinter Cell. All right, man, let's make some content. What are we doing? You know, I would have been the John Rambo he would have never gotten. But then I would have shaped him to be a slightly better dude in some ways. Be like, oh, dude, people talk about shit on you on the internet. You ain't got to worry about that, man. You a success story. Don't post embarrassing videos of dumb wrestling promos. You detractors. Nope. I'm going to stop him from posting shit. I'm going to slap his hand every time it goes near the mouse.
Hit him with the newspaper rolled up.
Yep. No. None of that, Phil. Come on, let's make content.
Hit him with the squirt bottle.
Yep. Hit him with the taser when he starts getting really testy. Like, shut up!
Do you find yourself saying the fucking DSP isms, like let's get some momentum or let's hit this goal or shit
Not
like
these
that?
newer ones. These newer ones are so soulless and suck. My favorite ones are toxic and negative. Why am I toxic and stuff like that? And no, that never happened. So kind of some more classical ones. Fuck this, stuff like that. But yeah, let's get some subs or donations. And like, nah, I don't want any of
that. I like the one. I think it's a soundboard on Dark Dave's Mirror. I think, and it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I hear it in my head when I don't know what to do, and it's like, oh shit, press the button. Here's the sound effect.
That's one that I hear a lot in my head is what? I do a lot of what?
What? Huh?
Yeah, toxic and negative. I did everything correct. I did everything correct too.
I like how everything is a something style something.
I don't even really like that one. I don't know why.
It really blends well. It's actually kind of like parallel to like wrestlers calling everything a gimmick, because if like you and me are workers, pro wrestlers, I can say, hey, can you hand me that gimmick over there? And it's the universal word for whatever the current thing that we're talking about is. So we could be watching the gimmick, which is DSP. We could be live streaming on the gimmick, which is the program OBS. Or the gimmick could be the platform that we're streaming on, YouTube. Gimmick is the catch-all word for everything, the same way that style is. We can be a human style individual or a in real life female style individual.
Okay, I can see that. I don't know. I just, for whatever, mostly what it is I have a revulsion to his DSP isms about DSP Tries It. The only one that I kind of like is when he says it's got like a heat to it. And the reason why I like that one is because it's not even necessarily wrong. It's not a bad way to describe something. But the thing is that normal people don't describe it that way. That's a food critic way. It sounds weird,
It sounds like something he thinks would be a intellectual saying. Like, he doesn't even know what he's saying. He doesn't even, again, like going back to him like projecting emotions or projecting an identity or grandstanding on something. It's just whatever works in that moment. He has no anchor. He has no cornerstone that he can lean on and go, this is the thing that I'm all about. I mean, I guess money, but
yeah,
it's so liquid and fluid that he could turn his opinion on some dumb shit on a dime, but not for the reason that you would think. That's actually like, I'm presented with new information, so now I'm going to change my opinion. No, it's just because, I don't want to give detractors a W, even to the detriment of people around me, like my wife.
Mm-hmm. He's really bad about that. You got a real issue with that. ESP's an idiot.
I also find myself doing that a lot. I do the goat laugh to myself a lot.
I don't do that one because I think it sounds too retarded. But I do find myself saying ack, ack, ack. I'll just, it's kind of like nyuk, nyuk, nyuk for me. I'll be like, hey, pass me the stapler. Ack, ack, ack. It's fake laugh to signify, oh, har, har, har.
I like, now guys. You can just start every conversation with a now guys, or finish it off with, okay.
The okays are fun. I do like, now what do I mean by this?
What do I mean by that?
It's so funny because it reminds me of the kids that I used to work with, and this was what got you through the day, was that there were certain phrases of theirs that you just kind of had to adopt as your favorite ones so you could laugh whenever it happened. And so whenever DSP says, now what do I mean by this? That phrase horrifies me. I hate it when he does it. I hate it so damn much. So I just kind of desensitize myself to it. Because he'll just say, like, now, the food arrived early. Now, what do I mean by this? I assume it arrived early. I don't need any further illustration.
It's pretty much open and shut case right here. It's either coming or it's not.
Now, you might be wondering, what do I mean by this? No. I do like those DSP impressions, though.
Oh, like, I'm a huge fan of Ludacris. Mr. Ludacris's, do you know that if you just order the DoorDash? Like, I love, like, when new people come through on the stream and I introduce them to DSP because we're usually watching him, the first thing that people say, obviously he's an asshole, but the second thing usually always is, how come he always talks like he's asking a question, even if it's a statement?
Yep. It's so obnoxious. It reeks of insecurity. That's why I really hate it. Let me see if
Oh, and BR Joe, he claps for himself because Worski does it. And I mean, that's why I was saying this throughout the stream. Like, I don't have any original thoughts. I just parrot the things that I've absorbed throughout my life. That's Phil. That's Phil to a T. He took all of Kino Casino things. He's taken, all of the angry video game nerd things. He doesn't have an original thought in his head.
He stole stuff from Panda Lee. He stole stuff from John Rambo. He stole stuff from Cat. He needs an identity so badly he'll rip parts of yours off.
Frankenstein's monster, just pick and choosing some parts, and I'll take that, and I'll say this, and let's get some subs.
Ludacris does a fun DSP impression, but in my opinion, the best DSP impression has always belonged to Tevin. Tevin has a fantastic because he manages to capture DSP at his most artistically weird. What's this?
Let's go.
So, thank you so much, BR Joe. I'm not sure what to say of this new arc, this new fitness arc. On one hand, what DSP is doing is probably right. It's probably good that he gets healthy. It's probably good that he does anything more than nothing.
True.
So, but then, of course, DSP always has to be a dickhead. So when he does all the poses and whatnot, and all, yeah, look at that, I'm so much buffer. Like, dude, you look like a goof. Cut that out, But I don't know what Cat's situation is, because Cat's not getting any thinner. You know that. So what's happening here? Is he trying to get kind of hot looking to look for her replacement? I don't know.
Ooh, scandalous. I'm kind of the same mind, but I think Cat is gone, and he's doing that post breakup, like, I'm gonna work on myself shit, so he can kind of swoop somebody in. Hopefully, somebody that has OBS problems that he knows from his community.
All right.
I think she's gone or in the process of leaving, and he's doing all of this to look better. And then also, didn't he mention that he fixed the toilet and whatever? And he's like trying to clean up some things around the house. He ain't trying to bring nobody back to the house if it's a sty. I mean,
maybe
I wouldn't.
But
I think the current fitness arc actually is hilarious to me because, like, I'm no bro side Phil, but I know a little bit, and just seeing him eat, I've seen him eat fast food and junk food more than ever before, like in my entire life. And the fact that he's still like, he's like skinny fat. He's not obese, but like he still has a spare tire. He still has moobs, and yes, I'm body shaming. It's it's a fact, and he's wearing those buttoned up shirts so he can cover up his shape and his size. If he was truly like working out and in shape or whatever, he would wear form-fitting shirts that would show off like his chest, and his arms and his shoulders and stuff like that. But that ain't happening. I was a fat boy growing up, actually. And it wasn't until after high school that I like lost weight. Interestingly enough, that's when I first started playing DDR. So, there is a time when I was fat, I thought I wasn't fat, and I would wear bigger shirts that would hide my form. I would wear layers to make it seem like it was the layers of clothes. Like, I know the process. I've seen it before because I've lived it. I've done it. So seeing him kind of go through that, it's like, I know why he's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good motivation because, like, I had, people come through and, sometimes we'll drop the jokes like, can you do 25 push-ups off camera or whatever? Well, hey, on my DDR streams, every 5 songs, I do 10 kettlebell squats. And if I fail a song, I do curls, sideways. I apologize if I butcher this, like sideways lifts, laterals, I don't know. On stream, and we're actually starting to promote like staying hydrated and eating healthy and stuff like that. Again,
providing
all of
quite
this
the
is like a
service.
reflection
That's
of Phil stuff. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you're providing some like motivational workout kind of streams for people. That should be cool to people. I like it.
I like that. I like that angle actually, and I never really until I said it out loud, I never really saw of it like that. I was just like, this is just something interesting to do, because
gaming
like Phil
fitness show. That's kind of hype. It's an interesting
Phil
niche.
kind of pretended to do the 25 push-ups off stream, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And the guy was like, hey man, if you do it, I'll give you this amount. I'm like, all right, bet, say less. And I moved the camera, banged them out or whatever like that, and then it became a part of the thing, part of the stream.
Cool,
so not only am I streaming and having fun and hanging out with the best audience ever, I'm actually getting a good workout in. And unlike Phil, who says that he doesn't exercise on stream for people to simp to him, I specifically stream working out on stream to get people to simp for me.
Yeah, why not? Oh, that's cool. You're
lateral
taking the
raises. Thank you.
You're taking this art of streaming to some fantastically creative places. That's cool.
I'm trying, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. And again, like my YouTube channel's like, I don't know, 20. It's pretty old. It started in like 2006, I think. And I was just doing live streams or whatever, not really putting any thought into it. I've had the channel for so long, and it wasn't until very recently where I was like, I really love doing this. Obviously playing copyright music on live streams are kind of a no-no, but fuck it, I'm gonna just do it. And I'm so glad that I did. Like I said, I was a former Comcast tech. I quit my job at Comcast so I can do like live streaming full time. I was also doing graphic design, and I was making some side hustle money, which was fine, and I was pretty good. There was a time where every Monday through Friday, in the AM, I would do like a 2-3 hour DDR stream. And I was building up a nice little audience, and I was having a lot of fun, losing a lot of weight, staying in shape. But then I went back to the workforce, and obviously my 9-to-5 job takes, it's more important than, doing my dream. But like, honestly, if I could, I would love to make a living doing the live streaming stuff. And that includes the DDR streams. So, I'm kind of motivated just to, see if this is something that I can actually like put my hat on and say, hey, I mean, if Phil is out here eating garbage and getting drunk and playing Truck Simulator poorly, then, who's not to say that I couldn't do it playing DDR and drinking water and getting high.
That's good, man. That's cool that you've managed to combine your passion with streaming.
And I used to play video games too on stream, but it's like I have more fun just like vibing and watching videos and talking with everybody. So it's like I used to do the video game streaming, but like, I mean, Phil needs to really just take the Band-Aid off. He doesn't want to play video games on stream anymore. And, obviously during the holidays, I like to play retro games to kind of get into the Christmas spirit or whatever. But like for the most part, I'm playing most of my games offline.
Yeah, me too. I've kind of stopped really playing games that much. I'm honestly not that interested in it anymore.
All the games, man, it's just giant time sinks. Like you got these Ubisoft mini map, we have these maps where you have to clear all these icons, and it's just so much busy work, and it's just padding. And I mean, I do rock with like Call of Duty, like just because I know I can like hop in for 15 minutes and then jump out and have a little bit of like progression, go into like a camo or something like that. But it's like I have Metaphor in front of me, I have Expedition 33 in front of me, like I have all these games. I have Baldur's Gate 3 ahead of me. Like I haven't been playing any of these games. I just wish I was able to do so. But again, like I said, I was streaming, I was doing it pretty heavy every day. And then I went back to my job. I went and got hired, and now I'm trying to fit it in where I can. But like obviously the end goal for real would be able to do this and not have to worry about like working or wrestling anymore. Like I feel like I'm kind of like drifted away from dedicating so much of the time that I have to doing professional wrestling. But it is always nice to be able to there's a lot of equity in what I've done in wrestling, so I can always make good money from it.
So if we don't get support for this, I'm not going to keep playing it. We got to get more support by the end of this stream. We have a goal of 150.
Get some more support, guys. Look
I
at
admire
this.
you, Lord Diaz. You've got a lot of focus in your life. I admire that. I could use some more focus.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I would like that.
I think one of my things is that I've been dealing with is I've misunderstood a blessing. One of the things that I'm perpetually pissed about with life is that everything sucks. And I mean that from a perspective of an artist. I care nothing, well, within reason. I care nothing of the political situations. I don't care about these fights. I don't care. What I'm pissed about is that Gundam sucks. All right, this is my favorite shit. I'm pissed it sucks. I'm mad that shit sucks that I enjoy doing. That's what I'm mad about. And so, where was I going with this? Look about me being pissed.
Something about like the cultural impact of Neon Genesis Evangelion, not only Japan,
no,
but the
not
world.
at all. That's not what you're talking about. Oh, but it's like I've got way too many hobbies. I've got too many hobbies, and they use up too much of my time. And but the thing is that I really like doing some of these things. I really enjoy building models. I really enjoy getting high and watching streams. I also really like writing and stuff. But the problem is that a lot of this shit kind of just doesn't really mesh in any way with DSP or in any way with like streaming. Because what I like to do is I like to do writing. Well, I mean, like, what am I going to do? I'm going to write on stream in front of people and people are going to be there for that? Hell no. You provide some sort of visual service. There's no service in that. It's just a bunch of clicky noises. So I'm like, damn it, I can't really do that. So I got to find some other passion to attach to my work. Why was I so pissed earlier? I'm confused about that.
You'd be surprised how many
sucks.
people come through wrestling thinking that they want to do like the booking, like they want to write the stories, only to find out how stressful it is, and you have to deal with a lot of strong personalities and a lot of like things that happen out of your control. I have like a headcanon in my head of like an IP of things that like, you said something earlier which really stuck with me, and I'm going to hold on to it forever now. It's like scatter stories, I think you said.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have a bunch of like arcs in your head that could be like something that could be a graphic novel or an OAV or a series on Netflix or whatever, or a trilogy of movies and stuff like that. But that's just like obviously like the creative mind just trying to like put some ideas out there. And again, through the realm and the lens of professional wrestling, a lot of the times when people want to do writing and want to like change the game and like have very innovative stories and ideas and concepts and stuff like that, it's like you don't really have to reinvent the wheel. You just stick with like the real basic stuff and do the fundamentals and then branch out from there. I've been kicking around this idea in my head for this story for the longest, and it has been all the way back from when I was just stealing ideas from like old anime like Dirty Pair or Dominion Tank Police or Project Daco or Record of Lodos War, and then just taking all the things that I like and then kind of like putting them together and seeing what fits and what sticks and what doesn't, and then putting your own little twist on it. So then it just turns into, all right, every word ever has been said. Every language has some sort of concept for things that are around us. Because as humans, as human-style individuals, we see patterns and we see the things that have come before. So everything's a remix. Everything has been plucked and picked from other things that you've seen.
There's a character from my story that's pretty much a rip-off of another character in real life. It's like I stole it.
Yeah, great artists steal.
Yeah,
so what does that make Mid-Journey?
I have a character that's is a Char clone. Char is such a popular character in Gundam that he gets kind of rebooted as an archetype, and so the Char clone is its own archetype. And so I thought, screw it, I'm stealing it. I have a Char clone in my story.
All the best ideas are just other people's ideas done a different way.
Yeah.
And sometimes it could be a subversion. It could be a complete opposite of what has came before. And it's a pendulum. I mean, Phil says it before. Things will go one way for a long time and then swing another way and then come back to where it was before. And, I've been on this planet long enough to see, the swing back and forth. Like, back in the day, everything was like really raunchy and Attitude Era and Jerry Springer and stuff like that. And then it got really like kind of reserved, and a lot of people were minding their manners and using more flowery language. But now it's back to everybody's being brazen and loud and obnoxious and such. It's crazy to see because it's always a reflection and an opposition of what's happening right now. Because obviously there's always going to be people that will rebel against what is popular and what's hip and all of that stuff and go counterculture, only for that thing to be the norm, and then other people coming through and going, well, we're going to do something completely different than this. And it goes on and on and on.
Yep. Humanity sucks. Not a big fan of it. You had a very optimistic take to that interpretation. I kind of disliked it. I was like, damn it, I hate that humans are so predictable sometimes. I kind of just wish they would just come out of left field sometimes. All right, so we've decided to go back to being knights for a while.
It's an ebb and flow.
Yeah. But I write science fiction, and I guess I could tell a little bit about my story if you want. If anyone's
Go for it.
So it's kind of a weird situation because I'm the main character in the story, but not how you might think. It's actually me of early adolescence. So I kind of don't like him. He's kind of an immature idiot. And so the way that I write this story is that it's my own stupid character's journey through some sort of message here, kind of to try and make sense of it myself. But the thing about it is that the main character gets together some friends and they decide to just embark on this mission to investigate weirdness. And, they're part of this giant space civilization. And so they basically just appealed to the government and said, hey, can we get some funding to go explore shit? Like, all right, here. And so they just kind of become that kind of situation in space. And so there's a bunch of different aliens and they all have these weird X-Files adventures. Well, the problem I had with it is that as I wrote it, I grew to dislike my own style. So what's happening is my first book that I wrote is very whimsical. It's very fantasy-like, and it's also a lot of the messages are too blatant. They're just right there in your face. So as I'm writing now, my characters are just becoming kind of more and more toxified. They're just they're more negative now. They're more embittered about some things, and then they're also weirdly hopeful about different things. And so it's kind of been this fun journey of discovery here. And I include a lot of the characters are friends that I know and like what they taught me, and but the thing is that it's this giant space civilization. It's called Onlau, and when it started, it's space is really big. And so for the longest time, the biggest space empire just in the neighborhood was this long-ass word, and they're basically like space elves. And then Onlau just showed up. I'm like, whoa, who the hell are these dudes? These dudes are really big, and it's because they were growing at the same time. Well, Onlau is kind of seen as the younger brother here, in some weird way. And because of that, they get a lot of shit from their galactic neighbors for causing problems. And that's pretty much what the thing is, that you've just basically got these new space empires who kind of ran into each other, but they're not actively fighting. They're more annoyed with each other than anything. And so they have interactions with the other empires at times. They talk to them. And but I really like just fleshing out the world. I like going to there are these the cowboy world is in Sayre, and Sayre are these like corporate dudes. And so just the outskirts of town is just cowboy town, So I like writing little stories like that. And I have a lot of fun with it. I have fun making dumbass stories up.
It sounds like it. I love the excuse me. I love it how like we all kind of put together these like headcanons and like kind of sort these things out to try to see if we can build out a world and these people. And there's a lot of personal experience that comes through, whether it be subconsciously or intentional, in the stories that you tell and the things that you have absorbed and the things that you've watched and enjoyed and things that you want to pay homage to. Jesus, pronunciations today. Well, that's really cool. I love hearing. I have a buddy of mine at work that is writing their own comic book and actually drawing it.
That's awesome.
And they're always showing me new panels and new papers and going, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? We used to go to high school together. We were in the same art class. We were in the same graphic design class. So it's like, it's been like this for a minute. And it's really cool to be able to, chop it up and kind of lob things back and forth between other creatives to see, their process and how they do things and where they're coming from.
I think so. You're quite the wise man, Lord Diaz.
Nah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
No. And that's something I've grown to appreciate with age, is that for some time there, we all kind of hated each other a little too much. Because everyone was so quick to shit on each other. It's like, no, actually, a lot of you guys are super smart, and I'm happy to know you all, And I think that's important to spread that. You got dickheads
That's really
like
kind,
Phil.
and thank you for that. And it's always okay. So if it wasn't for people like In and Outer Place or King Be Cruel hooking me up with other people inside of the community, like Sav or That Being Said or Ludacris or you or Meerkat or anybody like that, Chill, Duty, like the whole spectrum of people. Excuse me. If it wasn't for the fact that we all had that same baseline of disliking Phil, there would have been no other reason for us to chop it up and,
That's true.
Get to know each other and figure each other out, and even to a degree, beefing and squawking with each other, which I think I really appreciate too, because it's not just all like a glaze fest. I feel like, not being of a hive mind that Phil's chat usually has, that we're able to, see each other for the things that we appreciate and for the things that we hold close to ourselves. So, I can rock with somebody who may have a different, let's just say, for the sake of low-hanging fruit in this conversation, a political opinion that I don't align with. I can still have a discussion with that person without having to bring that part of what we both see in that, in that regard. We can still rock out to the fact that we don't like DSP, or that we don't appreciate when people lie to us.
Yeah.
So it's like, if it wasn't for this community, I wouldn't have been able to meet so many cool people.
Yeah,
and especially being able to see how all of these people express themselves creatively, because we've got, musical artists, we got graphic designers, we have people that do productions, we got people that make songs, like Wolverine Doll. Bro, Wolverine Doll actually made a song, a DSP song, and made a step chart about it. I didn't know that he was a DDR player. Secret
awesome.
Limited also is fucking into Dance Dance Revolution. We chop it up about that all the time. King Be Cruel, the same. He rocks with the old school DDR the same way I do. He rocks with the retro anime like I do. Like, it's crazy. Again, the Venn diagram, we're blending all of these different like fandoms and communities and stuff together. And the single through line that I've come to see with all of you guys, like, it's really cool to be able to get to know these people and get to know all of you people. So it's like, it's been really cool and really warm and really kind to be able to, kind of just chop it up and be social with people, because like, I think recently, like, there's been a lot of that missing. Like, I don't like going out to public. I don't like talking to people. I'm done with people. Again, I've done, Comcast work for a long time. I was a telecommunications technician for years before that as well. I'm done with people, but like, I will always rock with all of y'all that I've known on the internet. It's just so weird that I'm able to like find joy in socializing with people like y'all, but then just despise having to go out in the world and having to deal with real life people.
Definitely, man. Because we can all be at a distance and be totally cool with it. But yeah, there's definitely some dudes here. I would love to hang out with you guys more often.
Absolutely. I'm all the streams that I do. Everybody's always welcome to stop by. I know Bro drops in a couple of times. It was me, Bro, and King Be Cruel. We were just watching Phil all of a sudden, and we were talking about retro anime, and then we were just chopping it up about different intros that we really liked. And when you were showing me the Gundam stuff and the scroll up here.
Get a robot.
The robot. I have it saved over here. Hold on. The Gacha robot.
Get a robot.
I'm sorry. What was the name of it again? I'm looking it up now.
Robot.
Get a robot. Thank you.
Yeah.
We were just we completely hit a detour and just sat there and watched a whole bunch of like old anime intros and endings.
Yeah.
And that was the entire stream. I had to take it down because it was getting struck, but it was fucking awesome. And I wouldn't have had that experience if it wasn't for obviously the DSP community.
I think in some sad way, I wish people streamed more, but I understand everyone's consensus that not everything needs to be content. However, I think there's something beautiful about just dudes hanging out that kind of like draws other people in. And so sometimes it's cool to have just a stream of dudes hanging out, and it's like neo-traditionalist podcasting when that's used to be.
I can tell you what, man, like I loved being able to just sit here at the desk and just talk and not have to worry about switching scenes or maintaining what's going on OBS and making sure that everything's copacetic here. It's just nice to be able to sit and vibe. Yeah. Embode, what up, pimp?
Yeah, Embode's really cool. Embode's like the cool. He's gonna be. Here's the thing, is because when I was saying it earlier, I said I have some characters in my stories that are based on people I know. Bode is gonna be in my book at some point, because I like that he's kind of an archetype. He's kind of this old. How do I put it? Like old salt of the earth, space redneck.
Grit.
Love so he's kind of like he'd be living on Pandora. He's just this dude you run into every once in a while, and I think that'd be cool. But yeah, so cool dude like that.
I can rock with that. Sentai, yeah, it's true. I mean, there's a lot of strong personalities, obviously, in pro wrestling, so that has kind of like numbed me to the strong personalities that I see on the internet sometimes. So it's like when I see people like PWR, for an example, he literally threatens my life on his streams all the time and on social media and stuff like that. And it's just like, it's funny to me because I know that like that shit's like really not going to happen. But like if you said that out loud, like, yeah, I have this guy on the internet that's constantly wishing that I get seriously injured in my next match or, I lose my job and everything. It's just like, no, that's just funny to me.
Yeah. Dude, I got a hater, man. That's kind of hype. I wish I had more haters.
Like I had Captain Alex literally making AI music about me. And I was like, I made it. I have somebody that would spend that much time to make a song and write a lyric about me.
See, I could have had a hater, but my heart buckled. And that was Captain Alex. Because when I first saw Captain Alex and he was talking about Gundam model kits, I was like, all right, I'm ready to tear into this dude.
He was building Gundams, that's right.
Here's the thing, though, is the thing that he was upset about, everyone else was thinking, oh, what a special little turd. No, the thing that he was upset about was kind of legit. So it's like, when I saw him have a legitimate complaint, I felt a little disarmed, because then I kind of wanted to help him, because he needed help. And so, but I should have just said, your models suck, you're trash, you don't know what you're doing. My heart wasn't in it.
I remember when I first saw Captain Alex, it was me and Sav. We kind of like started hanging out in his streams. And obviously he was a DSP fan. So we were kind of buddy trolling him a little bit. And I was watching him on one of my streams. And somebody came through. I think it was from the Bedlam Boys. I don't know. But they were telling me all about like Captain Alex's proclivities and all that stuff. And I had literally just found out who this guy was. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I don't know if I want to fuck with this guy. I'm trying to and give him some grace. I want to try and keep him an arm's length away. But I've learned very quick, like, to give these dents mercy is just not acceptable anymore. Because every time that I've given my good grace to any one of these DSP dents, it always ends up proving me wrong. So it's like, when PWR first came onto the scene and started like acting a fool on the internet, I was like, bro, I'm not even going to touch that. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm not going to cover it. I don't know what this guy's all about. But then once he, did what he did when we first met him and he was like emotionally manipulating all of us, I was like, all right, fuck him. Fuck that. Started clowning on him. And, come to find out, maybe he turned a corner. He was actually like getting that Kino Casino bump. He was at the time still like somewhat entertaining because he was threatening like Stuart Hogan and Big Birds and like Shroom Dukem and stuff like that, Sav and all them. It was, I was like, all right, maybe this guy, he's, seen the light. He's not a DSP fan anymore. I'm going to leave him alone. Come to find out, this fucking dude, he goes around to multiple communities and does the same copy-paste song and dance pity story, trying to elicit a reaction. And he definitely got it from us, and now it's been nonstop. He'll always title his live stream "Screw the Detractors" specifically, and he can't go a stream without talking about me. So it's like, thanks, dummy. Every time you bring my name up, somebody's going to say, hey, he just talked about you, and then of course I'm going to have to watch it on my shows, which is, again, content.
I realized I'm Dr. Orpheus right now. I'm talking to the Monarch, and I'm thinking, God damn it, I wish I had a nemesis. You're hilarious. He's tormenting this dude. That's funny as hell.
I'm a huge Venture Brothers fan.
Yeah, man, that's such crap. I want an arch.
Look, at the very beginning of it, I was like, I'm obviously kind of like numbed up to it because obviously these dents don't need to be on the internet. They need to just stop. And I always try to come at it like with a more logical look. Like, I'm not trying to just straight up dog them. Excuse me. But I'm like trying to say out loud to them, because obviously they watch this shit. Hey, maybe not be this type of person. Maybe try something else. You know? I was saying from the jump, PWR is still on drugs. He's relapsed. He said so much on his Reddit posts. He's using his dense money to relapse. You're funding his addiction, just like Phil, and you shouldn't do that. Like, I'm looking out for him in a kind of backward sort of way.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if I wanted the content, I would want him to get drunk and get belligerent and start cussing me out on his live again. But, Denver, I would love to wrestle in Denver. I have never done so before, though, Embode.
Denver is a beautiful place. I've been there.
And I like the PNG tuber stuff, Super Sentai guy. I'm sorry, I was going through the chat. I like being able to do the PNG tuber because then I don't have to worry about like dulling myself up. Like, I try to make myself presentable for the stream. I try to wear like a shirt, a nice shirt or whatever. But I found a happy medium, and I'm taking an LTG. Look at this, Len. I use the PNG tuber until we get some support, and then we go to the green room, and that's when the cam comes on, and that's when we smoke weed together in the green room. So
that's what's up.
Kind of have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
But I wish I had the idea that you have with the floating head. I love it. I've been entranced the entire time.
It's one of the things that I've been so different with Dark. I love doing this. I love comparing myself to Dark Side Fib. Like, all right, I'm doing all right. Is that DSP has no thirst for creativity whatsoever. Absolutely zero creativity. When I first started watching people stream and I started seeing people use green screens, I thought, oh, dude, that's the coolest shit ever. You can like do whatever with it. And so this is a green screen hoodie I'm wearing, and that's how I achieved the effect. And I just thought it'd be really cool to just be a floating head, because why not, Well, thank you. I appreciate that you like it.
Like I said, I was like doing some research, watching some of the other Going Green episodes, trying to make sure that I'm, up to snuff and all that. Like, because I take this shit I take this shit seriously, and like I'm gonna glaze for a little bit. I'm gonna gush for a little bit. Somebody came through on one of the live streams and was like, "Hey, would you want to work with Len one day?" And I was like, "Fuck yes, absolutely." And I'm glad that we are, and I'm glad that we did.
Man, alongside having nemesis, it's pretty cool to have fans. I can see how DSP would let this shit go to his head, but like, dude, you got to be humble and come back down to earth. Because like, as soon as you hear, "Oh man, I love your shit," like, "Oh yeah, I'm the greatest," you're like, nah, calm down. Because that's what I like. Because I was gonna say this earlier, and it was about the glazing thing, and that is that something when I've been reading history, I read a lot of history, is that something that was lost to history is just talking good about your homies. It's just saying, yeah, my friend I know, the genius, yeah, he's awesome, and being able to say that about people and say, yeah, that man's got good character. Because whenever they would write letters to each other and shit, they'd say like, Meerkat, a man of such character and valor, or whatever, like they hype each other up. And now it's considered dick riding and glazing and all that. It's like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Man, fuck all that. Like, I let it be dick riding then, because I will say forever that Top Tier Rated did some excellent voiceover work that I paid handsomely for, and
That's
it
awesome.
was well worth it. And that's just me saying, hey, Top Tier Rated does excellent voiceover work. If you want excellent voiceover work done, reach out to him the same way that I did. You know, I got people like Chill and Sav and Bro asking, hey, can you make this logo? Can you make this overlay? Can you do this? And it gives me a sense of pride when I see my stuff on other people's streams.
Oh,
like,
man, can I ask you for a logo?
Absolutely. And here's my process. I want you to send me something comparative to like a mood board. And what I mean by that is send me visuals of things that you rock with, things that you really like, and things that like inspire you, things that you think is like good for brand. And I have no problem telling people, maybe you want to do this, maybe you want to do that, because at the end of the day,
okay, I'm gonna send you a suggestion. Don't say anything out loud except affirmative, negative, or what the fuck are you talking about?
Got it. Because I always work better with a base. I feel like I can work better with something that's already established.
Okay. Does this sound like something that would be a fun thing to do?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna ask for that.
Okay.
Maybe.
I got you.
Okay.
That actually, look, when I see things like this is awesome, because like then that makes me want to like do research and see what the aesthetic is, see what the style is, see how to make it like look good and clean and bold and something eye-catching and something that when other people see it, they go, oh, that's high production value. I'm a huge slut for high production value.
Dude, okay, well, what do I give you in exchange? Because the thing about it is when I hear people who are so damn good at something, my first thought is, oh, you can't make this dude work for free. Except that that's really what it's going to come down to. So it has to be a
I'm telling you
barter.
this, in the world of pro wrestling, it wasn't until 17 years that I started actually making actual money. But then when I did, I made good money. And I'm not hurting for anything. And if anything, it gives me the rep, which is also a plus. And then also, at the very least, I'm sure you would say, hey, check out this design that friend of the channel, Lord Diaz, put out. That's all the payment that I need. That's all the promotion I need, because it, like I said, it gives me a sense of pride when people go, hey, check out this awesome logo, like the Social Bacon Club over on Chill's stream. That's my logo.
Right.
I just whipped it up and I said, hey,
man.
Chill, here you go. And now he uses it on all of his shit, and I think that's awesome. The sense of pride that I have seeing my work on other people's stuff, most of the time, is payment in itself.
All right, well, I've got to think of something. I don't know. Who's a wrestler?
Super Sentai. I have a X account. If you look up Lord Diaz,
send him my character sheet. My character sheet is weird because here's the thing: is that even though I love ninjas, I love Gundam, I love all those things, I actually kind of don't like bastardizations of it. I don't really like seeing like off-brand Gundam. I think it looks ugly to me. So instead, it's more like, well, what's really goofy and weird to see? And so it'd be something like, I don't know, DSP as a troll doll. I'm like, that's funny to me. That's interesting to me.
So like, I had a buddy of mine who wanted a emote for their Twitch account, and like saying this out loud now, I realize, holy shit, I'm that guy. You know, that will drop into a stream and go, hey, your stream looks really good, but it could look better with an overlay. Like, I hate that. I hate that trope, but here we are. I had a buddy of mine wanted a Twitch emote, and he's a huge fan of Beavis and Butthead, the movie. Specifically the Rob Zombie part where they had that song and everything went really trippy.
Mm-hmm.
And
dude, fantastic song.
Yeah, I loved it. He actually used that as his backyard wrestling entrance music. So
it's such a
he
good
was
song,
like, "Can you make something like with my face in the style of this?" And I was like, "I will definitely try." And it's cool because then it forces me to kind of step outside of what I usually do creatively, which is like for graphic design, I do a lot of promotional stuff like posters and match graphics and overlays and logos and stuff like that. And it's not just like live streams and stuff. It's like live events, it's restaurants, it's sports teams, it's musicals, all of that shit.
That's awesome, man. Dude, you're those dudes who are in the Renaissance. Like, it's nothing short of that. You know, you had these dudes in the Renaissance who'd have like 15 different crafts they were always working on. That was awesome.
I'm trying, man. It's just stuff that I like to do. It's like, it's fun. And so when somebody comes to me and goes, hey, can you make this for me? I love the challenge. And I actually also kind of get pissed off when people go to other people for work when I know that I could probably do it better. Again, that's my spite, my motivation.
I might have to collab with you in a song then, because I've been mulling around an idea for a song.
You know, you're not the first person to say that. I had somebody that literally sent me like a bunch of lyrics and like different types of sounds that they wanted. I was going to put it through an AI. I have subscriptions to all the AI stuff. I have ChatGPT, I have Midjourney, and I have Suno. So I know that usually turns people off to it. But I grew up going in fine arts class. I did. My art teacher would not allow me to do cartooning until I did 2 years of fine arts. So it's not that I can just throw a bunch of prompts in a thing and get slop. I actually know how to do this shit. I think about lighting and color theory and all of that shit. That is the shit that I rock with.
I think that AI art, and I understand there's some very hardliners with AI art. I think that AI art is a beautiful thing. It's just that we know how it's going to be abused.
It's already there, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you could tell an AI photograph, but you can't sometimes. And that's a shame, because if you know your audience, if you know the people, they're not really going to notice the difference. Like, there are some times where I'm watching a vertical video and then realize that it's a Sora video because the watermark pops up somewhere. And I'm like, shit, it tricked me for a second. And, I mean, my definition of art, I mean, obviously it's subjective, but art can be anything that elicits a discussion. So even the AI situation, like, obviously if you've seen my thumbnails, you know that I really rock with AI generation heavy. All of my songs that I have on my stream are AI generated covers of songs that I enjoy. And I've had people who hang out on the streams going, wait a minute, I know this song. This song sounds familiar. Yeah, it's a lo-fi dreamwave version of the Project A-ko soundtrack. And I don't tell people those things. I wait for them to notice it and then tell me. Because that's like the super niche shit that I really, really, really do enjoy. Where it's like, oh my God, you rock with this too? Only the real.
Then I'm going to need you as a music man too, because I need music for writing. I need like lo-fi versions or like somber version, like a piano version of a song.
Bro, I have no problem doing any of that. Like when I'm at my desk, when I'm at work, I literally take covers of songs that I like. Because obviously Suno doesn't allow you to do copyrighted music. Here's a way to get around this, by the way. You just find a piano cover or a karaoke version of the song, and you rip that from YouTube, drop it into Suno, and they're none the wiser.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, man, I need some... Because I do draw, and part of my writing process, I draw inspiration from anime. In particular, I have openings, and openings are good because they can set the theme of a particular arc or whatever.
Mm.
And so, yeah, I like kind of more somber versions of anime openings.
So I had an IP that I've been kind of like kicking around in the old nug bone for, you know, most of my life. It started with a comic that I drew when I was in high school. I still have it, and I'm thinking what I want to do is just throw the panels that I've drawn into like a ChatGPT or a Suno, or not Suno, or a Midjourney, and just see what like a modern updated reinterpretation of it, and then kind of prompt through it. Because obviously as a kid, when I was growing up drawing doodles in high school, I was obviously taking ideas from all of the animes and shows that I was watching and the video games that I was playing. But like now to be able to take the ideas that I've been kind of kicking around in my head since I was little to what I've kind of been building out nowadays, it's so vastly different. Because now, since AI's been such a big thing going on, I kind of tilted the storyline to be more in line with, okay, everybody is in a dystopian AI future where obviously everything is directed by AI. The governmental systems, the people in power, they can shut off your life, your access to, you know, buying food or buying a home or buying anything, social credit scores, stuff like that. I never had any of those concepts as a kid, but I can just take the things that, you know, I was kind of mulling about in my head from my youth and kind of repurposing them to make it more modern and updated.
Yeah. I think that AI art is beautiful for conceptualizing art, but you should still execute it. And
it's a tool. It's absolutely a tool. It took a long time for me to land on like a style that I liked, which obviously, unfortunately, was something that I found from a Pinterest board. But like, I've kind of tilted it a little bit to make it more like, I mean, if you were to look at all the thumbnails of my Stepmania streams, there's a consistent theme. But like, if you scroll a little bit farther, if it was last year, there was a different theme.
Oh, and so it's evolving.
Yeah, yeah, and like I like seeing the evolution of it because like last year, if I was making thumbnails, I was like, yeah, this is the shit. This is the best shit. There's nothing else that's ever gonna top it. And then I'm looking at it now and I'm going, this is trash. Do you ever have this problem where you like make something or you write something and you leave it alone for a little bit and then you come back to it and you're like, this is trash. This is garbage.
Every single time.
Yeah.
I hate everything that I've written.
You are your own worst critic.
Oh, everything that I've written is the worst pile of shit you've ever seen in your life. That's why I'm kind of immune to criticism from it, because, you know, what are you going to tell me? It sucks? Yeah, dude, I had that thought first. Thank you.
Good luck hating on me. Nobody hates me more than myself.
Yeah, man. I would like to do some... I like conceptualizing scenes with AI art. I like making up environments or whatever. I think that's cool. I think that even trying to take anyone else's work is just lame. So I don't want to. Now, I get that a lot of this imagery is composed of stolen art, and so that's how they've reached this point. But like, I like just seeing some of these, you know, relaxation, sleep videos. I listen to a lot of those, usually of space ambience, because that shit's hype. I'm sleeping in space, thank you very much. And so they have little AI art generated of space rooms and stuff like that. That's where I stole this idea from. Yeah. And they have you know, a city built on top of a plateau and it's surrounded by fire. I'm like, dude, it looks pretty hype. I like it.
I've been I mean, obviously I'm not well versed in the Gundam stuff just as much as you're not well versed in the Final Fantasy stuff, but I absolutely do see a lot of Final Fantasy influence on my stuff, where instead of job classes, I'm going to be really basic with this because I don't want to bore anybody. In Final Fantasy, you can like take archetypes of characters. So you can be an archer, or you can be a magic user, or you can be a tank or whatever. So instead of like those archetypes, like those typical RPG archetypes in my stories and in my characters, instead I have them being represented, and this is where my Dance Dance Revolution influence comes from. I tend to create characters and environments and places and stuff based off of, let's just say I want to have a character that is the representation of the subgenre of electronic music ambient. And their calm demeanor, they have light blue, color scheme, white maybe. They're really easy to be with and stuff like that. And all of that just kind of comes from the things that I enjoy, obviously, DDR. So, like, there's a whole bunch of different genres of music that you can play. So, like, why not have a representation of a character that represents, like, Goasai or Gabber, where it's really loud and really bombastic and stuff like that. And that really helps me along to try to, you know, make these characters different from each other, and then also be able to play off of each other. Give me 1 second real quick. I seriously have to piss. I'm just giving me like 1 minute. I apologize.
No,
I drank so much water.
Take a shit, man. I don't care. Go for it. Do whatever you do.
Be right back.
Yeah, that dude's cool. I gotta write some notes about this dude. I gotta steal some ideas. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I want to do? It's a really dumb idea. It's what I really want to do, and I just kind of hope I don't get bullied for it. But it's what I want to do. Is I want to dress up like an old author and have a typewriter keyboard and just write my shit while at my study and goof around and bullshit. Maybe have DSP off in the corner doing fuck all. I don't know, but or maybe I turn aside and play some games or something. I'm thinking about doing that. I think I'm going to turn the winery into that because I have so much more fun just doing that. But I don't know. I think it'd be kind of interesting to show the process, or just be a character. How are you all doing? I'm sorry, This guy has an artistic way of talking. I really like listening to this dude.
I can't even see the rings, he's so big. He blocks your whole view. I can't see, dude, I'm too big. Oh my god, it's impossible to play with him. It literally is impossible to play with this
Smoke. Yes, well, I don't smoke. But I will have a pipe. And maybe what I could do is I could get something that just emits vapor and just stuff it in there, and it's like shooting up the whole time.
Wow, that was awful.
But I even want to wear like a tweed jacket and put on a hat and shit and just kind of kick it.
Body, he blocks your view. You can't know, you don't win a power slide or nothing. Well, he might be the worst character in the game, actually.
That'd be kind of cool. How much is a keyboard, like a typewriter? How much would that cost? What are we looking at here? Keyboard, typewriter buttons. Yeah, typewriter style. And I need that shit to actually clack. If that shit doesn't clack, I'm gonna throw it right at your face.
Dude, fuck this. This game is stupid.
I need to hear the video. Let me hear the clack. Oh, those are... No!
Thank God. Thank you so much. Oh, jeez.
I'm actually going to do the same. I'll be right back.
Okay. What's up, everybody? What's up, chat? What's up, BR Joe, Sequence, Ross, welcome, Super Sentai. Good to see everybody. Bode. My apologies if I haven't been really looking at the chat. Morgana, welcome. Scott Miller, hello. Robot Gorilla Man. I saw Meth Bear in here. Big ups, Meth Bear. I have a very healthy respect for Meth Bear.
Listen, I like the game. I want to continue to play it. I'm learning and getting better. I'm trying these different classes, right?
Randy Marsh, welcome.
And play multiplayer, which is what I did. I gave you what you wanted. So please support the stream.
Catspur, welcome. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I hope you like what I hope you like the stream. Lamb was talking mad crap. That's cool. I'm going to listen back to the stream because I'm a narcissist. I love myself so much. Suddenly an impromptu LDZ stream. I'm like reaching for my soundboard. I keep wanting to hit the sound effect button. But big ups, everybody. Thank you so much for being here.
Only reason I came back is because I had power-ups. That was it. He is awful. He blocks your view so you can't...
Johnny, big ups. Sequence says, what's your favorite LTG promo? I'm not too well versed in LTG lore, but I do know that he's been calling DSP a squeegee. I am a fan of his tirades where he keeps dropping the neighbor word. If anything, LTG is an eloquent wordsmith, and I aspire to be that type of hater, if there's ever a thing to do. And my favorite DSP lore, well, the thing that brought me into the fold, his beef with Comcast, because I was a Comcast tech for a long time, over a decade. I know every in and out of Comcast. I've been there. I've installed the shit. I know everything from the pole to your devices. I've sat at millions of battle stations, not dozens of millions, thousands of battle stations. I've ran and buried hundreds of lines.
What are we feeling?
And I've realized how media illiterate people are.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
learned how technology illiterate people are. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh,
What's
here
your
it
favorite? Are you LT? I am the LTG expert. Therefore, I must ask you, what do you know of LTG? I must test your
Next to nothing. I know that he's a really good auditor. He's really good at cutting promos. I know he's a deadbeat dad, so fuck that. Fuck him.
Uh-huh.
Fuck all absentee fathers. If you're an absentee father, fuck you.
Mm-hmm. He's pretty funny. He's the weirdest little cow.
Like if he wasn't such a piece of shit, like if he was just like resting on the laurels of like being a good like promo, and like obviously he stays in shape, but like you can obviously see, like even I could see that he has a lot of insecurities.
Mm-hmm. About right.
But like in the professional wrestling world, LTG would probably be a very good draw. Like in my mind, like wouldn't it be funny if somehow, some way you can get like a locale promotion off the ground where, I mean, obviously everybody's in on it, like nobody's really gonna like hit each other, hurt each other, whatever like that. Like,
yeah,
I would love to be able to be like, hey, DSP, if you do this, it's going to be completely above board. Obviously, the first word in professional wrestler is professional. So obviously you want to be a professional. I wouldn't snake him and say, look, I'm going to really hit you with this fucking chair. No. I would make it so that Phil would actually get one up on us. You know?
Yeah.
Because then that would build the chase of it. Like, how could that son of a bitch get one over on him? That's when you that's where the money is in the chase. You want to see Phil get, you know, beat up and squashed in a ring. But if he keeps doing chicken shit stuff and getting out of it, that makes him an awesome heel. You would want to see this guy get beat up.
Oh, definitely.
So, like, obviously the payoff would be for DSP to get his, but, like, it could be something really simple. Something like, you don't have to get thrown off the top of a cage or something like that. You can literally just be like, I don't know, a DoorDash bag hit over your head, and then you just sell it and just do a little crumble, and you're like, then it is, you know. But then again, now that I'm saying it out loud, he would probably be like, well, creatively that doesn't work for me, brother. I would rather be like steamrolling over everybody. So
yeah.
Which again, going back to pro wrestlers being the biggest divas you can ever meet.
Do you think? Okay, I got a hypothetical for you, based on what you just told me, because it gave you the inspiration for this question. If you had a time machine and all the resources to make it work, would you go back in time and change DSP's trajectory?
First off, I love time travel stories. I love everything time travel. Chrono Trigger's my favorite RPG. Looper's my favorite movie. Back to the Future is my favorite trilogy of movies. So write that down. Take some notes. I gotta put some good thought to this because that was an excellent question. And I just lost it. What was the fucking question? I'm not kidding.
Would you change Phil's trajectory of his life?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The Butterfly Effect would be too much, which is also an excellent movie. Watched that movie real fucked up one night, and it resonated with me. And no, I wouldn't change his trajectory because he is so persistent in how stubborn he is. I feel like even with the best efforts, you would never get him off of the path. If anything, I would steal his idea to flood the zone of YouTube with a whole bunch of like slop videos and make that early YouTube money and then invest it, because that's another thing, bro. That's the shit that pisses me off about not just DSP, but like all of these locales, is how they're afforded so many opportunities to make this money and they keep fucking it up. They keep fumbling it.
Oh, definitely.
PWR is the same way. He's like made tens of thousands of dollars because Kino Casino gave him the rub. And what did he do with it? It probably went up his nose.
That 10 grand from Keemstar that he could have gotten, or 5 grand or whatever. Here's the thing: is that I would have complied with the contract, but I would have made sure to comply with the bare minimum. Oh,
I'm glad we're having this conversation. Primer. I watched that Fear Monarch. I love that movie. I love Primer. I want that Keemstar blood money. I want that Arab money. I don't care. The economy sucks, bro. It costs $4 for a single quest cookie at the sheets, bro. This is fucking ridiculous. I don't care. Give me the Kino bump. Give me the Keem blood money. I don't care.
Yeah,
I want that money. I really
don't care if I can take it.
But I will make it like, and I think Keem actually said something on Locale. He was like, I'm looking for new hosts or new editors or new engineers. And I'm like, dude, I made a living engineering a bunch of podcasts for people in professional wrestling. And not just like scrubs either, like big ass names. Like top tier names.
Get it. Honestly, the most vile thing you can do to Keem is steal his money. That's awesome.
But here's the thing, like I wouldn't even want to be like recognized. I just want to make the money. I was like, all right, I'll engineer all the shit behind the scenes. Do not make me a character. Do not put me in front of a webcam.
Yeah,
Don't make
Alan
me
Smithy all
associated with this
day.
shit. Just cut the check and tell me what overlays you want. Tell me what camera to cut to.
Honestly, go for it. Screw him. Get some money out of this dude.
I'll tell you what, like, I used to do, like, even beyond, like, pro wrestling podcasts and stuff like that, I was doing a lot of channels for a lot of different people, and, like, I had to do, like, NDA, so I can't really talk about the shit, but, like, the podcasts and the YouTube channels I used to do work for were, like, completely opposite, polar opposite of what I, like, find, like, my morals and my values to be, but they paid very well. They paid very well. So like I'm able to like kind of separate the work, you know, from the message or the meaning behind it, because I mean at the end of the day we all need to eat, we all need to keep the lights on, we all need to pay the internet bill, and they're all getting a lot more expensive nowadays.
I will say this: I think that my biggest moral standpoint that I have is two of them is poaching. I think that's wrong, but then also just open broadcast of personal views. Like I just think that's morally wrong to just do that all the time. But yeah, I try not to associate with people who are lame. And I mean that not even necessarily as like something to get a joke out of something, but it's like, no, if a dude is gonna harsh my style, because I want to cultivate a kind of style.
Yeah.
And I don't want some spaz harsh in my buzz. Now, what am I saying? I'm being like rock star? No, but at least no doofuses, you know?
I found in my later years, the current day, like I really don't have time for people that like, again, like you said, like kill your vibe or harsh your high or whatever.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's acting a fool, if somebody's like lying, if somebody's just like harshing my buzz, I'll be very quick to tell them and say, hey man, I mean not like a jerk, but like if it persists,
yeah, of course not. Like,
lean
bro,
a little bit
I'm
harder.
not wasting weed listening to you.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask a question to the chat real quick. Are you team Sheets or are you team Wawa? And the only reason I ask is because all professional wrestlers ask each other this question. Usually after a show, it's like really late. The only places that are open are Wawas or Sheets. The food to go stuff. Which one is superior? I'm gonna rock with Sheets. They always have the best hamburgers, the best non-bun burger bowls.
Show up and hang out with me and engage with the content and talk to me about the game, and they support the stream and people are actively chatting about it. And hey,
actively chatting about it. I love these prerequisites for his streams where you have to engage, attend, and support.
So let's see how it goes tonight. Let's see people hang
We got a Sheets fan, Fear Monarch.
Or if it ends up being dead again.
I've never had
Look at them tits, bro. Yes, I am body shaming, by the way.
And then if someone
I have not had Sheets.
you can pick the next character. So
I don't know what that is.
$10 first will be choosing the character after we go with the first starter race.
He's got some passing grades going on right here. And look, I'm a fan, all shapes and sizes, you know. But Phil, you need to do something about that.
Well, you see, here you go. Here's Cipher with the extremes question that they're trying to ask me. Listen to this. Would you rather have a bad stream with toxic people but good revenue, or a great stream with awesome people but no income at all?
I can't find what I'm looking for. I'm bummed out, man.
You know he wants that money.
Bad streams with toxic people and good revenue, I would literally be like a drama streamer.
How expensive is a typewriter?
A typewriter?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
I'm thinking I'm need to find some nerd.
You see, if I did a stream that was just
what I need is a typewriter that I can plug into my computer. Because everything that I see is something like, you know, typewriter style keyboard. It all uses the little mechanical switches. I don't want that. I want that skunk. I want that shit.
You want the antique feel. I got you.
I want the mecha feel of a typewriter.
I'm sure that there's something out there that exists. I'm gonna be vulnerable for a second. I'm gonna just tell everybody. Just tearing the Band-Aid off. I listen to ASMR videos. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. I rock with ASMR videos, and one of them in particular is those keyboards that make the nice little sounds when you type on them. I do watch and enjoy some videos. I may be inebriated when these videos are on, but the sound of a clicking keyboard to me, it just tickles something in my brain. It releases the sparkles, the happy sparkles in the back of my head.
Oh, definitely. Because it reminds me of like Alien when they're powering on the ship. Like, it sounds
yeah,
cool. I dig it.
You know, there's a lot of ASMR in movies that people like really don't know that's there. There's obviously the algorithm is showing me like the ASMR in Harry Potter movies, and I've never seen a Harry Potter movie. The in real life female Saw Waifu loves Harry Potter, and we may have seen like maybe a little bit of it during the holidays, but like during the little bit of time that I watched it, it was very, very like auditory, like very smooth and nice, and just like it. I can't explain it. ASMR is weird. It's weird.
That's what's up. No, I agree with that. I think that ASMR is cool. I really like spaceship ASMR. I like the
oh, brother.
And then just like
brother,
maybe just,
I have
like,
a
like
Space Ghost set on my stream.
That's awesome.
And on Space Ghost, they have that space sound, obviously, in the background, and then they have like a sound effect that plays like an ambient sound from Moltar, and then they have Zorax set and screen, and it's like a bug sound. I have that sound on a loop, a sound effect of space going on in the background when I have my Space Ghost stream up. So I absolutely know what you're talking about right there. Yeah, and the Star Trek Enterprise idle noises. Yep.
I've got an idle noise that I'm wanting to make into something. Could you help me make a loop of it or something?
That's easy, brother. I pay for the Adobe suite, so I have Premiere Pro. One of the things that they have is the extend function, which is super fucking cool. I've been using it for the space sounds on my stream, and I loop a lot of songs that I like for Bedrock background music. You can literally just drop a sound or a song into the timeline and stretch it out to however long you want. I have a 15-minute loop of the Aqua Teen Hunger Force theme as an instrumental for a background for a set that I've never used before.
What's this program called?
Adobe Premiere. It's a part of the Adobe Creative Suite, and it is very expensive. However, I do get to use it as a tax write-off at the end of the year, so that's nice. Extend function. And that's another reason I love Bro. He's also an Adult Swim guy.
I was a big Adult Swim dude. I liked Aqua Teen Hunger Force a lot. Aqua Teen Hunger Force is my shit.
Aqua Teen, Hunger Force, and Weed came together at the perfect time in my life.
That's pretty cool.
And I remember watching many. It was like a Sunday night ritual, actually. They had like the premiere stuff happening on Sunday nights on Adult Swim. It was like always like a Family Guy, Futurama, and then they do like Venture Brothers, Robot Chicken, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. It was like prime time television. Remember when we used to watch television, guys?
Dude, all that shit was awesome, man. All of it was awesome.
That was my jam back in the day. I mean, it still is. Oh, and I loved it too. Wolverine Doll in another chat, I think, was like, you know, Lord Diaz does a bunch of Adult Swim style streams, and like, fuck yes, thank you. Shout out to the Wolverine
stickers
Doll.
and shit. I gotta put your shit on some stuff.
Yes, please do.
Yeah. Because I've got some projects that I'm working on with my stream. I've got kind of sidetracked because I had some other things that drew my attention. But I've been wanting to go back into it. I have this door sequence that I want to make for the streams. And more space station shit going on. But for the model kit building section, I have these trays that I build on. And I'm looking for stickers of like sponsors and shit, or just stuff that I thought was cool, like skateboarding companies and shit. Just my sticker board. So I need yours on there.
One of my favorite things to do, bro, is just like, hey, I'm thinking about this thing. Oh, okay. So all right. So what does it look like? What is it gonna what are you trying to elicit? Like, what's the emotion and stuff like that? What are the colors and stuff like that? I love that shit. I love it.
Hey, you're quite the artist. I definitely need to keep you in mind for a lot of my weird ass ideas.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Like I said, I love doing it, and I am lucky enough to say that I've been doing it, making a little bit of money. It's not life-changing money, but it's a lot better than nothing. And being able to say that you're making a decent chunk of change doing the thing that you love, it's just awesome. And I want to rub it in my art teacher's face, who said, "Huh, anime. There's no future in anime," because obviously I wanted to draw it in school. He was like, "Nope, you're going to have to do like legitimate traditional art first before we even sniff that shit. And it's not even going to be around for long." I'm like, "All right, dude." Jesus Christ, his stroke mouth looks terrible right here.
He's so rough looking, dude.
I think he definitely had a stroke.
I think he's just alcoholic and his face sags because of it.
He's got that Jim Ross Bell palsy face. He's definitely an alcoholic.
Oh, definitely.
There's no way around it. And I used to drink too, like before I was on keto. I used to drink like a fish. Again, I was straight edge. And then I was like, fuck it, let's get high. And then I was like, fuck it, let's drink. And when I drank. Love me some Red Stag whiskey. That was my jam. I definitely don't drink anymore, obviously, because of like the diet, and it's like my body needs to work through the alcohol before it works through keto.
Yeah.
He was a stupid teacher, but he did teach me about modulated lines, and I've always stuck with that. And like I said, my coworker, who I also went to school with at the same art classes and the same graphic design classes, we still to this day bring up modulated lines. And essentially that just means like you're not drawing a solid straight line every time. You thick lines, the thin lines, and different stroke widths and stuff like that. Adobe Illustrator is really good with that. You can make certain parts of the line fatter or skinnier than others.
That's what's up, man. You're an artist. I love listening to you talk about art. It's pretty hype.
It's crazy. Thank you. It's crazy because like I don't even like think about it anymore, but like I'm always looking at like other people's work and other people's overlays and streams and designs and going, okay, let me see the thought process here. Let me see like the voice that they're trying to use. Let's see like the thematics across everything. Like I'm always like almost autistically to a point, like trying to hyperfixate on will this starting soon screen clash with the rest of the stream. So if I have a retro 8-bit set for my just chatting screen, will it clash with the retro anime looping GIF that I have for the starting soon screen?
Yeah, you think about that stuff a lot. I can tell. You put a lot of thought into this.
It's a blessing and a curse.
It's
Adobe
cool though,
Premiere,
man.
yes, that'll be the thing that will extend the thing out. If you give me an MP3 or a sound effect and give me an amount of time that you want it stretched out to, I can literally do that on the MacBook. Super easy.
Damn, thanks, man.
Of course.
I was wondering, do you have much? What's it called? Do you have much experience with WordPress?
The job that recruited me that I'm working for now, when I worked for them previously, they had me make their website with WordPress, and to be honest, I didn't like it. I know about it, and it's almost antiquated now. And the reason why I say that is thus. The vibe coding stuff, you can literally take like a screenshot of another person's website and go, I want it to look like this, but with this and this and this, and it'll spit out the HTML for you. So it almost seems kind of useless. I know,
Dude,
like
how
back
do
in
you
the
do
day
that?
when we all
God
had
damn it,
MySpace,
I need your help so
some
much.
of us all had MySpace. We all kind of learned HTML, trying to make our web pages like personalized and shit.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome, Ross.
Oh shit. Oh man.
He didn't do anything wrong, guys.
Hey, man, I'm not really feeling so hot. I think it might be time to call.
Okay. All right.
Lord Diaz, I want to say this, man. Thank you so much for coming on the stream, and I intend to talk to you more often. Are you ever just like available to chat on Discord? Because sometimes I'm high. I'm like, I need someone to talk to. You know,
Man, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Like when it comes to like when I wake up at 5:30 in the morning to around 8 o'clock in the evening, when I'm finally retired to the quarters and I can fire up the streams, I'm like 100 miles per hour doing a whole bunch of stuff for not only myself but a bunch of other people. So
that's fair. Yeah, hell
literally,
yeah,
like I wish I had more time to do things. But I am always available for like chats and stuff like that. More, not so much like voice calls and stuff.
dude. I get you completely. I understand. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that.
Of course, absolutely. This was a lot of fun, guys. And I was telling everybody in the chat when you were gone. This was really cool, and I really appreciate this, and I absolutely enjoyed every second that we spent together. And the best part about it was we didn't even really lock into what Phil was doing on his stream. So all of this was just background noise.
Yeah.
But all the same, I had a lot of fun. You're always welcome to come stop by on my streams, and I hope to hang out with you guys again soon.
All right, guys. Take care, everyone. Have a fantastic night.